Hello, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, or Senstaku, as you might know me on Twitter, the executive producer here, and I just want to thank you for watching. It really means a lot to us that people watch, listen to, and enjoy our shows. If you want to help us keep making these shows as fun and lively as they can be, please join your fellow fans in supporting us at our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms or by subscribing to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/finalshowfilms. It really means a lot to us that the amount of you who do support us continue to do so, especially our $25 plus tier supporters on Patreon. Antitonic, Cat Waterflame, Samantha Bates, Maureen Monty, and Gravity Alexander. Every little bit helps, so thank you to all of our patrons and subs. Check us out on Twitter at Final Show Films and on our website at www.finalshowfilms.com for updates, go-live notifications, and more. We love interacting with you, so feel free to tweet at us or email us at finalshowfilms@gmail.com. That being said, please relax and enjoy. We're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gran, Terra, Shadowfront, the first episode of this return to Gran, Terra. For those of you that have seen our previous instances, this is only distantly connected to the previous game, as all of my games are, but we are here. I'm John, I'm your game master for the evening, and we will introduce the rest of these people at a later time. Because first, we have to talk about Gran, Terra. Let me pull up a thing.
John, that's not appropriate for Twitch.
Shut up.
People have to pay for that on Twitch.
It is said that there are holes in reality, shards of pure creation left by the goddess Eidos after the creation of the world. After the creation of the world completed and the gods were sealed away in the divine realms. It is said that one such font of creation existed within the untamed lands of the uncharted frontier. It is said that from one of these fonts, the corruption first spawned. Many things are said, nothing for certain is known, but what is true is that the frontier has been claimed by a shadow that twists and corrupts all it touches, driving the sentient species and cultures that live there away, north to Terra and west to Eleonora. As it feeds on life, once it reached and claimed the desert of Dunisia, the corruption stops traveling west, the desert landscape keeping it from Eleonora, and threatening now only the lands of Terra. In response, the God Emperor of Terra established the Shadowfront, a wall of his divinity, concentrated by the technological prowess of the Tyrian Izzet League, and focused at several military bastions established along the Empire's southern border, a week's march south of the capital. The light wall prevents the corruption from spreading further north, but does not prevent physical incursion, which is why the wall has recently been breached. As smaller groups can travel faster than the military, several companies of griffins, mercenary groups, including one Steelhearts, have been dispatched to the wall to defend and repair the bastions ahead of military reinforcements. And that is where we begin with our show. But first... God, why do I have so many goddamn folders?
You done goofed yourself.
I done goofed.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Goddamn.
DJ Khaled is not a king. We do not stand him in this house.
It's fair.
The one reference I know of his. It's the only thing I know about.
So, you are aware. There is no light, but you can sense the contours of walls, a window, a breeze, and the presence of people. You can see silhouettes, distinct from the background, and are aware that you are one of them. A voice comes from a mouth you cannot feel, but that is both yours and not yours, and forms a question. I wonder if it hurt. You are aware of turning around, though you do not. Instead, you see a silhouette in front of you turn, revealing nothing of its form save two eyes, humanoid seeming, with golden irises and slitted pupils. You sense another figure turning, and your perspective pulls back of its own accord, revealing a second silhouette that is turned towards the first. Unlike the first, the form of the second is far more distinct. Large, bat-like wings and proudly curved horns adorn a larger humanoid figure. The silhouette, perplexingly, gives you the impression of a musculature that is not present for your vision, as if the individual's very presence imprints a figure into your mind. However, silhouetted it remains, save for 2 red glowing eyes, set in a black sclera with equally slitted pupils. You wonder if what hurt? The second figure demands of the first. Surviving Eidos' destruction and the recreation of the material and divine planes. That would have taken a lot of power. Pure defiance against a fate that even gods cannot escape. I don't see the point in speculation. Planning is the point, dear brother. One must understand their foe before they can truly be rid of them. If planning is your point, then let us gather the rest. Our time is nearly here. Of course. I shall wake them. The golden-eyed figure turns, and to your perspective, seems to be staring directly at you. They've slept long enough. The dream disperses and the silhouettes fade, save for the golden eyes continually watching. The sound of metal on metal clanging startles you awake, and the dream fades from memory, as does your awareness that you had even dreamed in the first place. As a thick, accented voice calls out loudly, "All right, people, it's time to wake up. We are nearing our destination." One of you gets startled so hard from this voice and realization that you fall out of your bunk. Who is it?
It's Geralt.
All right. Geralt, you are startled awake as a heavy metal foot slams into the wall of the bunk that you are currently sleeping in, and you tumble on the ground. As you gather yourself, please describe what you look like.
Geralt pushes himself up, stretches a little bit. He's got red hair, cut short on the left side. There's a number of tattoos that go down his right arm that is now patting up and down the leather armor, trying to make sure that nothing has gone missing in his tumble. Blue eyes flash over towards where the sound of the boot came from, and he tucks the longer half of his hair behind slightly pointed ears. He's a half-elf. And then grabs his belt and begins strapping a pistol around his waist.
Looking over at the foot that awoken you, you see Koenig, the Geist that is the owner of the troop transport you're all currently asleep in, as well as the one who primarily gets you your missions. Koenig is a fairly tall human, dark skin, black hair, brown eyes, looks, skin like worked leather, and interestingly wearing dark leather armor that is asymmetrical in that it doesn't cover the right arm or right leg. The reason it doesn't cover the right arm or right leg, as you can very plainly see, is because they are fake. The right arm and leg of Koenig are a mass of gears, cogs, and crystals, as they have both been replaced by highly advanced prosthetics that are fairly bulky and make him look a little lopsided, but he likes it. He particularly likes slamming the metal foot into the metal wall, which makes a loud clanging noise to wake you up. Who would have been sleeping and thus woken up above Jack's character? So the bunk area of this troop transport is along the front wall and basically is doubled up bunks in the wall, like sort of ensconced in the wall. Think Navy bunks, like on a ship. So who would have been sleeping above Jack's character, whose name I can't pronounce right now?
Geralt.
Geralt, that one.
I think Scuzz would have been.
Sure. So Scuzz, you also wake up as Geralt hits the ground. Describe what you look like.
So Scuzz is a goblin about 3'2", mostly head. He's got a pretty svelte body, big goblin head, as they are want to eat everything in view. Red eyes, black hair that's hidden under a little cap with goggles on it. And wearing basic leather armor and a small dagger and short sword on hip. He is honestly not very remarkable as far as goblins go.
All right. And are you getting out of bed, or are you sitting there just sort of watching Geralt pick himself up?
Scuzz definitely would have poked his head out from overhead and been like, "Are you okay, Geralt? Good morning."
Right, yeah, morning.
Meanwhile, the rest of you are also waking up as you hear this commotion. Again, you have no memory of dreaming or anything that might have occurred prior to this. Titania, go ahead and describe yourself as you're getting out of a bunk.
5 more minutes. Damn it. She is short, kind of pudgy, with long greenish hair that shifts into gold and then white at the ends, like grass that has gone kind of dry. Light brownish skin that's mottled like bark, with little and wearing a long pleated dress, getting on some robes and a leather breastplate, and just not very happy about being awake this early in the morning. I'm a night person. And I go and poke my betrothed. Hey, Valdeth.
Valdeth, what do you look like as you're getting awake, as you're getting up?
Valdeth is a dwarf, out 4'9". Among dwarven men, does not grow a beard, which is more odd where he's from than where he's at now. But is green-eyed and definitely seems with long brown hair that reaches about like mid-back, and seems to have slept at least mostly in his armor, at the very least in the chain shirt and the like heavy armored pants. As he gets up, is putting on the pauldrons, the gloves, and boots, all of which are definitely of dwarven metal work from wherever his home city is from. Puts on the belt with the long like armored waist cape, and sort of looks up with his like large green eyes. Right, time to get to work then. He reaches over and for the massive oversized greatsword that is always laying next to wherever he's sleeping.
Yeah, dwarves in Taram keep their faces shaved and their hair short because Taram is an equatorial city, as well as an equatorial empire, meaning it gets hot a lot and it never really gets cool. So they learned a long time ago that big, heavy, burly beards mean you die.
Valdeth has no facial hair, but keeps very long hair, usually kept back in a ponytail, with just the one dangling lock in the front of his face.
Ariel, you're also getting up. What do you look like?
Ariel is probably already up, standing at this point. Ariel is one of those really annoying people who looks composed and ready and awake before, like, upon rising immediately.
I hate you.
You just
right?
I
hate it. I hate her too.
You just like kick your legs out, drop them down, and stand up, and you're ready.
Like the hair's already fine. Which yeah, I know.
So you're a Disney princess.
Welcome to being an ASMR.
Which is the hair specifically. It's white. It is very short, sort of parted on one side. She's fairly pale. Typical style of dress and what she's pulling herself into is like a fairly fairly upper class kind of clothing. The armor with like some decorative nature to it. She's currently pulling that on, grabbing her a Dalian blade double short sword off the bed, where it was next to her. Checking, making sure the hand crossbow is set, and just in a very like calm, like sort of quiet state at the moment.
And Ithram.
Yeah. Ithram is also already probably standing up, mid-stretch, touching his toes, and as he stands up, he reaches up as far as he can, and his 6 foot tall form, medium build. He's got long black hair that has a large braid down the middle that reaches towards about the middle of his neck. He's got facial hair that starts at mutton chops and then connects down into a bit of a short goatee down at the bottom.
Got the Abe Lincoln going on.
Yep. And
It works better for a hobgoblin than it does a human.
yeah. He's got dark brick red skin and tattoos on either arm and above his eyes. Just arcane patterns. And he is currently, after he finishes stretching, he starts putting on his studded leather armor and clipping on his wand and flail.
And the final member of our party, Carolina, is here, but their player is currently occupied and might be joining us later, but the description of Carolina will come later. Koenig stands above you all as you get up, and yes, rub the sleepies out of your eyes, get your daily practitions going, whatever it is that you need to do. There is coffee downstairs, but first, I have a gift for my favorite griffins, Come, follow me. And he will head out of the bunk area that you are currently in. The walker that you are in and are coming to awareness of is this massive 8-legged automaton that carries basically a large container, like a large 20 by 60 container that has 2 floors in it. The top floor, where you guys are at, is where the bunks are. There's an armory, and there's a few other bits of things. And then below it, there's the engine room with Koenig's room and the piloting section, the cockpit. Koenig sort of moves over to this large sealed door, grabs the big, submarine style door. What's it called? The wheel lock.
Mm-hmm.
Wheel lock, spins it a little bit, pulls open the hatch, and steps through, immediately taking a left into the armory.
Geralth will check on Valdeth and Tatiana, and if they seem to be okay, he'll follow
Titania.
You added an extra eye in there.
He'll follow Koenig.
We will learn everyone's names, or else.
Titania, as in the creature of Fey legend.
Yep.
Yes.
The lady, the queen, sir.
Well, I'm excited.
Valdeth, as in valiant death, what you will experience when you fight him.
Neither lady nor queen supersede the word creature. Like, you can be a lady and a queen and still a creature.
Is Valdeth done?
This guy hops
What
through.
now?
He scurries between people's
Are
legs.
you finished getting dressed?
Yes, I can get into armor a lot faster than
Okay,
you can manage
all
your
right.
dress.
Fine. I'm gonna go see what's up.
Yeah, let's go.
Friends, do not forget to stretch. And then he walks in behind.
I am the most limber I've ever been in my entire life.
Already done.
This is the voice. This is the voice, everybody.
That's fine. I have lots of voices. You walk into the armory behind Koenig, who has set out on this little table in the middle of it where you can put weapons and things for maintenance and things. He has set out 3 boxes of varying size that are actually increasing in size. The first one is fairly small, the second one is a little bit larger, and the third one is much larger, more like a trunk. I have for you is a celebration of your first big mission, a couple of things from me and one thing from the people who are paying you. The Tillian military would like to ensure that their contractors are kept alive as long as possible. So we'll get to that one second. The first one is from me, and is one I appreciate. And he goes over and he opens up the smaller box. Inside the smaller box, you see a collection of pearls on chains. You all sort of recognize these. Koenig wears one already. Basically, on his left ear, there is there is an earring that's pierced through the eardrum, earlobe.
Don't.
Ow.
Wrong
Yeah,
one. Earlobe, not eardrum.
No, you can keep.
Dear God.
Pierced through the earlobe. And it's just a long dangling chain with a sort of slightly glowing pearl on it. And there's one for each of you in this box. These are called link pearls. Some of you may have seen them before. They are very useful. I will now put the link pearl handout in the journal for everyone. A link pearl is a small polished pearl on the end of a chain, normally worn as an earring or attached to an ear cuff. Link pearls can be connected to one another to form a communication network that can be accessed simply by pressing the pearl into your ear and talking. Anybody on the network will feel the link pearl vibrate when someone connects to it, and when placed in their ear, can communicate with anyone on the same network. Networked link pearls can be used to speak to everyone on the network at once, or one-to-one conversations with another pearl on the network. If one-to-one, only the recipient will feel the link pearl vibrate. A link pearl can be added to an existing network by touching an unnetworked link pearl to a networked one with the intent to add it, and networked link pearls can be removed from an existing network in the same method, but with the intent to remove it. A link pearl network has a maximum communication range of 300 feet, and link pearls are common magical items that cost 50 gold per item.
Yes, my diamond.
Awesome.
You all
Nice.
have a link pearl, and they are all
Yes.
already networked.
I love her.
I will put
Thank
that
you,
on.
darling.
Koenigs, some of you might know, Koenigs is an advanced link pearl, which operate the same way, but they can cast sending at will. They're
Nice.
drastically more expensive as well because of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Carefully
One would
take
imagine.
Carefully take out an earring, put that in.
My ears aren't pierced.
What the cuffs are for.
Yep, there's they all come with these little ear cuffs that basically just like they supposed to clamp around your ear, and the chain will
Oh,
hang
thank
over from
God.
that dangle from that. So you
I
don't
do
have to
that
have
'cause I
pierced
already
ears.
have-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Valdez
have
cuffs one
earrings.
onto his
Not that
left
he
ear.
doesn't want an ear
Yeah.
piercing.
I was
Just
gonna
not
say,
right now. No
Gear-
Claire's ear piercing right here.
And the chain
Geralt.
the chain has a little clamp on it, so you can remove it from the ear cuff and hook it to an existing earring if you want to already. However you
Ooh,
want
I
to do
do
it.
that. Fancy.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's an option, then yeah. Geralt will put it on his right ear
Yep.
through one of the rings that he already has in there.
Yeah, you just click and click. And so
It's
now
a
you all have
concept.
little link pearls dangling from your ears. That is first present
I-
from me. Feel free to
Thank
test them
you.
out if you'd like. But we are moving
put
on to
it
the
in.
second present. Yeah, you put it in.
Hi.
All of you hear your link pearls vibrate, or you feel
Yeah.
them vibrate.
Ooh, that feels
Yes, it's
nice.
working. We're aware.
it's working quite well.
How
yes.
much does it cost to customize my ringtone?
I think they just vibrate. I don't think they make noise.
They don't have a ringtone.
Didn't think
What
so.
if I did, Scuzz, what if I did, and then I like tap it? So then you'd get like a tapping vibration.
Bzz,
Oh, that's great.
There you go.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
second,
sorry,
the
paying
second
attention.
gift, the second gift is from the Tyrian military. They want all of their contractors to stay as alive as possible. And he opens up the second box. This one has 7 spell crystals in it. These are all healing word spell crystals, so basically one each.
Dope.
Cool.
I have to pull that up and remind myself
Very
what healing
nice.
word does.
A spelling crystal is a spell crystal is a consumable item. Anybody can. These are universal spell crystals, so any of you can cast it. It's going to be a first level. It's a first level healing word, so it's the modifier is +3, so it'd be 1d4 +3 as a bonus action. You can cast it in range of 30 feet, just like the healing word spell. If it is of a spell that you cannot, like, if any of you can't cast first level spells, then you have to make a constitution constitution check to cast it. It's an ability check, so no proficiency, just your constitution modifier. And the DC would be 11. So you'd have to make an 11 constitution check to successfully cast it if you're
And
not a
assumedly,
spellcaster.
if you fail, you just expend it anyway.
Yeah, if you fail, you just crush it and nothing happens.
Oh, John, as pre-prep, Geralt has inscribed his one spell slot on a bullet with Maleficence.
Cool.
Love that movie.
And finally, the last gift from me. Griffin companies are a very important part of Tyrian society and our commercialism. You have to market yourself so that you can make the big money, if you understand what I mean. So, I have taken the liberty to present you with something that will help you just a little bit with your brand recognition. And he opens up the larger trunk and pulls out a length of cloth. And picking one of you at random, he throws it around Gerald's neck, does a quick adjustment and flops it down and then presents. And you see these are all cloaks. They are specifically a sort of an ancient Greek style of cloak for real world thing that they wrap around your shoulders and pin at the shoulder, and the rest of it just falls down your back on one side. The cloaks are gray, and at the end that drops down your back has the emblem, the coat of arms of the Steelhearts sewn into it, and the pins are actually small metal versions of your coat of arms that hold it in place. So you have your coat of arms here and your coat of arms on the back.
Is it the shield coat of arms as the emblem,
It's
or
the
just
full
the
shield?
symbol?
The full shield.
Okay.
That's so cool.
It's
So
stylish.
You all have now a cloak as well. That is just, it's not magical, it's just your brand.
Fashion.
It's just fancy.
Fashion. I love it. That's amazing.
Well, remember,
Awesome.
when you're operating as a Griffin company, your brand is very important, so be sure to always be wearing these cloaks. So everyone will know it was the Steelhearts who saved the day.
Some parts of society, not all of them.
But,
Yes, of course.
Are these fitted?
yes, they are fitted.
Just imagining one just dragging behind the goblin, and then a tiny one on the 6-foot hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god,
think-
you look so cute.
I think I got yours and you got mine.
I think it's because you grabbed the wrong one too soon. It's his napkin.
Yes, monogram napkins.
We will,
One day.
but
I need to get a banner at some point. Right.
we will be arriving shortly, and Zaki would like to give you more specific instructions on what is going to be happening. Come with me, and he will lead you down to the first floor of the walker into the cockpit, or into the control room, where you will see Technomancer Zaki. Zaki is a Vidalcan, which are these blue-skinned, no-haired, four-armed individuals that appeared in Taram several thousands of years ago, and no one really cares about it all that much anymore. But in particular, Zaki has 2 regular arms, and then the extra 2 arms that are sort of located underneath his, sort of like coming out of his back rather than his shoulders, end at the elbows and have been replaced with cybernetic prosthetics, similar to but far more streamlined than the ones that Koenig has, who is currently just sort of monitoring the controls of the walker as it goes. And from here, you can sort of see out the front, and you can see looming on the horizon the vast just swath of shadow that is the Shadowfront. Almost physical, like the sort of gaseous darkness is sort of emanating from this large fracture in the light wall. You can see where the light wall sort of continues on way further to the east and west, and then just massive gap where 3 of the bastions have fallen. One directly ahead of you, and then one to the right and left of where you're looking. Zaki is sort of, again, standing there by the controls, monitoring them, but also has a large amount of technical kit sort of in the corner here as he turns to look at the rest of you. Ah, yes, the Steelhearts. Welcome to the control room, he says slightly awkwardly. Koenig just sort of left him here, you can tell. Koenig does that.
Hey,
As you-
Zelky,
Hi.
mate.
Right.
What we got on deck for today?
As you are aware, he says, in one of his arms pointing towards the horizon, 3 of the bastions along the light wall, along the Shadowfront, have fallen, and thus 3 Griffin companies have been
Right.
dispatched to retake and hold these bastions until the Tyrian military can arrive with reinforcements. Your group has been dispatched to Bastion Narok, which is, and he sort of says, indicating the closest one the walker is currently approaching. You will approach, gain access, kill any enemies that are inside, rescue any survivors that are still there, and guard the place while I reinstate this particular section of the barrier. That's similar to a technomancer has been sent out to the other two bastions as well. In addition to holding the bastion while we reestablish it, which will be the harder task by far, as there will be unfettered access to the bastion from the creatures of the corruption to the south, you will then have to hold it for the remaining. He does calculations in his head. You guys are getting there. You guys set out from Taram 3 days ago, so it's another 4 days before the military will be able to follow. You will have to hold this position for the remaining 4 days.
Has anyone gotten any eyes on what's on the ground already?
Not yet. We were the first crew to arrive.
Wonderful.
Understood.
I will be able to provide some level of assistance, but most of my time will be spent reinstating the barrier and keeping it operational until the remaining barriers have been reactivated. And he sort of like casts his gaze across you to see if there's anybody that has any significant questions.
So
Irolth raises his hand.
So, like, what was here before? How many survivors? Maybe.
Every bastion has a full garrison of Tyrian military assigned to it.
Which is how many?
A full garrison, you would know, is...
I may not know.
You would know. Being part of the royal family, you would know. Because you have family members that have been assigned to garrisons previously. A full garrison is basically a battalion, so around 100 soldiers.
Okay.
So, less than 100 people that might be still alive.
We don't know how many might be still alive. We lost contact entirely when the wall fell.
Right.
Are there any areas we should try to recover first?
Well, the bastion itself should be a defensible position, so figuring out how it fell probably your first priority.
And I'm not exactly Tyrian, so this will be my first time seeing these bastions up close. How big of an area are we expecting to defend?
He sort of looks out on the horizon and does a couple of quick calculations in his head. The bastions are standardized to a size of... Hang on. Bastions are standardized to a size of about 120 square feet around. That includes a walled courtyard and the tower itself that serves as the focal point of the barrier. The tower is a 3-story structure that is around 75 to 80 feet from front to door, or from back to door.
Any notable choke points?
The entrance. I'm sure you'll be able to more clearly ascertain the strategic value of the bastion once you arrive.
Oh, definitely.
All right.
And he sort of looks at Geralt, who had a hand raised.
Any chance you're going to be needing help getting it back up and running? I'm not an expert at your caliber, of course, but I might be able to lend a hand here and there.
I feel your hands will be likely very occupied.
Fair enough.
All right, so get on the ground, clear us an opening, and hold the ground for 4 days.
Right. I will be taking the walker back to Terra to help assist with the military movements. I will be returning with the military. I will, however, be able to send a message when we're on our way, so you should have an idea as to when you will be having reinforcements arriving.
Good to know.
Dawn on the 5th day, that sort of thing.
Something like that.
All right, well, Steelhearts, get ready for a fight.
Okie dokie. Scuzz is so happy.
Yep.
The walker continues on. After about a half an hour, the walker comes to a halt, and you hear Koenig call out from wherever he is to wherever you are. All right, assemble in the engine room. We'll be dropping off momentarily.
Geralth is going to try and see if there's any spare ammunition he can scrounge before we get out.
Not in the place, no.
Okay.
You got what
All
you got what you brought.
Okay.
Well, that's
Tanya
the
is
engine room.
is fiddling with her headdress because it's important.
You look fine.
Thanks. You do too.
It's very
The cloaks
pretty.
are very nice. They're dashing.
You definitely.
I'm
Scuzz
more
is,
concerned if
whipping
they're
it
warm or
around.
not.
They are
Valdez is
they are
Valdez
not
is
they are
defi-
they are Tyrian style cloaks, which means they're not warm at all
No,
because it's
I was
hot
going to
as
say.
fuck.
Right.
Is it supposed to be cold out?
No, I meant I didn't want them to be too heavy in case we're wearing them when we're back in the city. We're not looking around a sweat blanket, you see.
No.
Valdez has definitely
True.
moved the cloak over the scabbard of his greatsword that's on his back. So you've got that nice aesthetic of drawing the greatsword out of the cloak.
Right.
Yeah.
For-
Because it's all about marketing.
For any
These are
who's-
very lightweight, right?
Yeah, they're very lightweight. For anyone who's
Okay.
interested in the style of cloak, these are called chlamys.
Yes,
Yes.
show me. I need to know.
Absolutely.
They are called chlamys, which are
Perfect.
they're Roman cloaks, which are very lightweight material.
these are the
and they-
anime pro tag
Yeah.
books. Excellent.
Also
I love
that, but they're very lightweight material because
Yeah.
they're designed to be worn by people who live in the Mediterranean all their lives.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like that 300 style sort of thing.
Yeah.
Ish.
That, like, you see Saka's just like tucking the rest of it like underneath and then like unraveling again. Just like, just need to make sure I can like tuck it in case I gotta run.
Mm, mm.
I thought you were trying to make more pockets to hide things in.
I can. Oh shit! I can have more things in here. You're right. You can never have enough pockets.
Happy
The
to
walker comes to a halt, and you all sort of feel the momentum stall as it.
Oh.
And the cargo bay opens up as the backside of the thing basically drops into a ramp as the walker sort of crouches down to let you all off.
I just took off running. He thought we were actually jumping off.
Ting, 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 ting. Boom, into the grass.
Bloody hell.
As
Don't
the
get
ramp
too
is,
far ahead, Scuzz.
the ramp is
Sorry,
right behind
force
you.
a habit.
Gone.
Here's Scuzz, here's the ramp.
Yeah.
All right, move out. We've got a bastion to save.
Eyes open. Yeah.
Ahead of you,
Eyes open,
I
weapons
was
drawn.
planning on going in eyes shut.
ahead of you, you see the large walls of Bastion Narok, and we are going to move you to a map.
For a battle map.
The first thing you notice is the smell.
First thing I notice is that it's all black.
Yeah.
I don't
can't
see a
anything.
damn thing.
That is not Scuzz.
Oh, good. It's not just me.
You should be able to
I
Oh.
bathed
More
yesterday.
tokens not have
First
vision.
of all.
fix.
Second of all, it could be me.
So the first thing you notice is the
I
smell.
beg to differ.
Nope. We still see nothing.
Refresh.
Nope.
Okay.
Refresh.
want to.
Refresh.
Let's
so
see.
Christ.
There we go. Yep. I see lots of dead things.
And that's why you notice the smell first.
Makes sense.
You can distinctly smell the a lot of corpses on the inside of this place. And from the entrance, you can see a couple of things. You can see a few knights that have fallen and creatures around them that seem to be goblin-esque, but they're not really goblins. Goblins in Gran Terra are a very varied species that come in all manner of shapes and sizes and temperaments. These look more like ebony and ivory statues of goblins that have been crushed and crumbled across the battlefield. In addition to all
Really
the
disconcerting.
bodies of the defenders of the bastion.
Well, that's something we're going to have to deal with.
Okay.
Everyone fan out and see if there's any survivors. Check for.
Yep.
Keep an eye out for enemies.
That's
We've got
Ariel
our nice new
vaults up.
pearls. Send us a message if you see anything.
Ariel vaults up here and starts heading probably towards
Perhaps
the northern
stairs?
side, like up this direction.
How tall are these walls?
The walls are about 25 feet high. But you could very easily get in the front. The gates are open between them, so it's very easy to just go in and around and
Okay.
up into the courtyard.
Yeah.
Valdeth will check the central building.
Alright.
Titania's going to go and
Wait,
check out one of these bodies of the weird black and white goblin creatures.
Geralt is actually going to try and climb the wall just to see how easy it is.
Okay, go ahead and make me an athletics check.
First roll of the campaign.
Well, I'm lost.
16.
Not bad.
It's not all that easy to climb.
Okay.
These are designed to be defensible walls. You would need
Good.
like a ladder or something to get over it, and it doesn't seem like this is how most of these got in.
So I was gonna say, yeah, that's
Valdeth and Scuzz, which one of you got through that door first? Do you think?
Validus.
Probably Valdeth Guy's probably right behind him.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So
It's probably like poking between the legs.
Valdeth, what's your AC?
Oh, you're a dwarf. Never mind.
My AC, I'm wearing the basic chainmail, so 16.
All right. Make what's your passive perception?
It is 12.
So good.
Cool. You didn't see this.
You see nothing.
Good thing the fighter went in first.
Okay.
Person who's got the hit points to take a surprise attack.
But an 11 misses you.
Ha!
So
And the AC.
you
Could have seen it.
you just hear a grunt and sort of duck back as a glaive hits the ground where you're standing. And you sort of
Who's-
follow it along.
Yeah, who's
And-
holding it?
You see a human woman covered in various bits of blood, not necessarily all of it her own, wearing the black and gold armor of the Tyrian military, dark hair, short-cut dark hair, sort of hanging down to about her chin, crystal blue eyes, holding this large glaive, very clearly barely standing up, and just sort of staring you with this wild look in her eyes.
So yeah, as he backs up, he looks over. Whoa there! Griffs, Steelhearts, with reinforcements.
She's just sort of heavily breathing and staring at you. You're pretty certain the glaive is the only thing holding her up right now, she hasn't moved the blade off the floor.
I'll put the bead in my ear. Titania, I found someone alive. She's injured. Can we get some healing?
Oh, yeah. No, I can totally do that. I will head on in away from where I was just looking on the outside, which probably.
And as you're looking at her, Valdeth, she's very clearly exhausted. And looking at the concentration of bodies in this front area and the lack of other soldiers, you're pretty sure she's been holding this point for a while.
He'll look at her.
was
how
that
many-
real
That was
quick,
to
that
everyone. That was
that
to
was
everyone.
everyone? Okay.
He'll look over. How many of you are left?
Just me.
All right. We'll get our druid in here for a minute, and we'll get you as patched up as we can. Sit down, take some rest.
As Titania comes in, the figure looks up. Oh, Titania. And then collapses to the ground.
Wait, do I know who that is?
Yes, you recognize this person. This is Diedrich.
Okay.
This is Diedrich Alexia Valkorian.
Okay.
Diedrich
One of
Alexia
your-
Valkorian,
one
one
of
of your
your family.
cousins.
Yeah.
Specifically, she is the daughter of Legion General Barnabas, who is Legion General Barnabas is like 12th in line.
Okay.
And is also the head of the Tyrian, like the overall commander of the Tyrian military.
Mm.
And yeah, this is his daughter,
Diedrich, I will.
and she
yeah,
is
shout
on the
that.
ground unconscious.
run over and do some healing. I've got whichever one is the one cure wounds.
So make me a medicine check first
Okay.
as you get over to her.
Medicine. Here we go. Bummer. 11.
So she doesn't have any wounds actually. As you're looking at her,
She's just been fighting forever.
she
and
has
is
just been
exhausted.
she has just been fighting for 4 days straight without sleep.
Okay, fair.
She is currently at
Um,
level 5 of exhaustion.
Okay. Would healing word help with that?
No,
at
it wouldn't.
all?
Nope.
No. Rest is the only thing that helps with exhaustion.
Okay.
Or greater restoration. but we don't have that yet.
Scuzz
No,
gonna tap into his pearl and call the guy who's on the bastion. Whatever his name was, I have already forgotten.
Zaki?
Yeah, not. I
Or
guess the
Koenig.
Geist.
the first guy. Yes.
Really quick, Jeremy, what were you saying?
Yes.
Oh,
So
sorry.
it's okay. Used to it. So she's gonna. Well, I don't mean to sound delicate here, but is there a chance? Is there a chance that we might be able to learn from this person how people got in? This is a lot for this, and it might be nice to know if there's some sort of, I don't know, secret entrance that is being exploited before we get surrounded and murdered by a bunch of these.
Probably,
yeah, but she's
not
like
while they're
unconscious, and I
unconscious.
can't do anything about that.
Not
Is
while
she in
they're
a
passed out.
coma, or can she be woken up just for a moment to give a sentence?
Well,
I-
let's. I will try to gently wake up the soldier.
Yeah, I was gonna poke her.
And
in the...
Scuzz, you're trying to reach Koenig?
Yes, because
You can't reach him because
on our network.
you can't reach him because he's not on your network.
okay. Then Scuzz is gonna be like, we need to put it in a safe space so she can take a nap. Wait, she's tired.
It's lovely, but if more come in and kill us all, she won't be tired. She'll be dead.
Valdez will see if you can gently wake the soldier.
Yeah, no, you can wake her. She's been on like a high alert for several days now, and
He'll like sit her up and lean her against the wall so she can actually be like in a resting position.
Hi, sorry, we just had some questions.
hi, Titania. Yeah, sorry, I'm really tired.
You need rest, so
Yeah,
just give us a little bit of information to work with, and we'll take care of it from here, and you can rest.
We were at guard positions as normal. The bastion, I can't think of the name, to the east fell. The wall shorted out. And then we were surrounded by statues. No, not something.
black and white things.
Yeah,
Okay.
they just appeared and were fighting. And I didn't stop swinging.
Hey, you did it. Good job. We're
Did you
here.
did you see anywhere in specific they came from, or did they just swarm from the outside?
Swarming through the front gate, it looked like. Overtook our watch guards and just poured into the doors.
Do you know of any trapdoors, secret entrances?
I don't know. Captain would know, she says, looking over, and you sort of see on sort of the southern wall, there is one fallen knight who is wearing much more like highly decorated armor and is just surrounded by a pile of these statues, who is also dead.
Oh.
And she's sort of looking in that direction, saying the captain would know.
Okay, we'll ask him. Anything else, Valdez?
Think that's enough. Let's find you a place to rest.
Bunks are second floor.
Right. Ariel, let me give me a hand with this.
Geralt
Yes,
will come
give
in.
me a-
Ariel, that's what you said.
yes, give me just a moment. Sorry, go ahead, Jack.
Ariel, if you want, I can do the heavy lifting if you're busy out there.
Yes, something Yes, that would be appreciated if that's fine, Valda.
Works for
Alright.
me.
Wonderful.
Ithrim, you get jumped, you give us a shout, yeah?
Absolutely. I'm just looking at these tiny things.
And Geralt will help Valdeth in transiting Diedrich.
Yeah, the stairs are in the back, and it's very easy to get her up into. And the second floor is the barracks, so it's just
Carry
rooms with
Diedrich
bunks
to the
and things.
barracks, sit her on a bunk.
Doesn't seem
Yep.
like any of the attackers got to the barracks section. So it's pretty clean up there.
Yeah.
Smells real bad though. That's because there's 100 corpses downstairs.
Yeah, right downstairs, and smells go up.
Yeah, downstairs and outside.
Make sure the windows are open.
There are no windows on the barracks floor. Just
Okay.
just arrow slits.
Okay. Those are usually always open.
Yeah.
And those are wide enough for smells to leach out.
So, Ariel, what you
get some-
doing in the courtyard?
So she is specifically she's not really checking for signs of life. Everybody out here looks pretty much dead.
Yeah.
She is trying to reconstruct this fight because swarming through the front gates doesn't seem to hold up well to her. Because it's far too evenly spaced of battles.
Go ahead and roll me a investigation check.
Okay. Not my best roll, but let's see how this goes. 14.
So yeah, it looks like they just sort of came up over the walls at various
Okay.
places, but it's definitely the fighting is definitely more heavily concentrated at the front.
Right.
And someone who was inside would definitely, just judging from the body layout, someone who was inside would have definitely felt like they were just swarming through the front gate. But you can tell that there are spots around where they were climbing up the walls and coming over, because there are people
Okay.
that are like there's a guy on the back. There's a couple of guys on the back wall where they would have been in watch positions that are dead on the wall.
There's damage to the wall
Yeah,
and things like that.
it definitely
Okay,
looks like they
fair.
were swarmed from all around.
Yes.
But the only way
Okay.
into the tower is right there by the front gates.
Right. Okay, fair. Ariel is a skeptical one who's like, no, lone survivor in the middle of this massacre. I don't automatically believe your story.
Geralt is going to be looking around on the interior of the tower, specifically looking for any sort of supply drop or armory or anything
Sure.
like that.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay. Also a 14.
So there are food supplies here, but they are old. They haven't been obviously they haven't been resupplied because they got taken out not too long ago. Some of it's still good. There's still some food that can be scavenged for eating purposes, but their supplies are on the lower end. They were probably expecting a resupply at sometime soon. Most of the armory is on the knights that are on the field and currently down. And as you're inspecting it, it seems like a lot of their weapons have been drastically degraded compared to their armor quality. Like something has been eating away at their weapons.
Do I have any idea what could cause that sort of effect?
Give me an Arcana check.
23.
You haven't studied it extensively, but the corrupting influence from whatever is happening beyond the Shadowfront is known to degrade the quality of weapons and armor.
Okay.
Like the longer that it's in contact, so it could just be stabbing these things caused their weapons to degrade, or or their corpses laying on top of their weapons caused their weapons to degrade. One of the two.
Okay.
Skuz wants to go find that hidden. Find if there is a hidden doorway into here. He's probably going to check Is there a downstairs?
No, the stairs only
There's
go
not a
up.
downstairs. Okay, cool. Then he is going to start in the storerooms and work his way forward.
Sure, go and give me an investigation check. And as you're doing this, those of you that are on the first floor still can see Zaki has come in from the outside and is currently setting up in the center of the first floor and sort of going up through the floors all the way to the roof. There is this large central pillar that is technological. The rest of the bastion is stone, brick, and mortar. But there is this one pillar of technology that has various empty like glass vials and contraptions in it that he has gone to and is immediately starting to work. You're assuming this is the generator for the barrier.
Ithram is going to pull out one of the iron spikes off of his belt and use it as a tool to kind of chip away at a couple of these statues to see how solid they are. If
you hit it and it just crumbles immediately.
Okay. All right. So after that happens,
you can give me a nature check if you want while you're there.
Okay.
Screams and bleeds.
Guys, so you do a very thorough accounting of the storeroom and everything. It doesn't seem to be like any sort of trapdoors or hidden areas in the first floor.
11.
11. This is a very soft stone, whatever it is. Like it's definitely, they are definitely solid, chunky like bits of stone, but it is very soft. Almost like it's the
limestone.
For some reason, the word pure comes to your mind. Like these have been there are no, you can't tell what kind of stone it is, but whatever kind of stone it is, there are no inclusions of other kinds of stone. Like there are no fractures, there's no nothing. It's just solidly this one thing.
Okay. There's no variation to it.
Yeah. As you're looking on the inside of it.
There's only one entrance to this bastion, yeah?
Yes.
And it's just the one that faces away from the corruption.
It sort of faces along the corruption. The entrance is to the east, and the wall, like this is the wall, and the corruption is to the south.
All right.
Geralt is gonna go stand watch then over the gate and just try and keep an eye out for anything that might be approaching.
Valdeth will look around, and because Carolina is with us, even if the player is not.
Yeah.
Valdeth will get Carolina to help him start gathering up bodies.
And do.
Scuzz will help too.
Because we might not have time. If there's a little bit of downtime, we'll try and what's the Tyrian custom for soldiers dead on watch? Is it bury them, burn them?
Burn them.
Burn them. Try and set up a pyre if we can.
Yeah, if you can't get them back to Taram to be reclaimed, then burn. Is the typical custom.
Should we take off this stuff like the armor and any like
the military will want that back, so yes, but
then pyres.
Leave them in their clothes and then pyres. Yeah.
Yeah.
Titania?
I cast Decompose on one that's near me.
So yeah, you reach down and sort of grab it, and Valdeth, you would know that burning is if you can't get them back, but if they can be reclaimed for the soil, that's the proper thing to do. Which, as Titania reaches down and grabs one of the bodies, and it begins to become overgrown with grass and mushrooms and things.
All right, so that would be better then.
Yes.
Well, still gather them up so that can be done to them in ease of grouping. So
I can do that. People should probably just keep watch, right?
Well, we've got a lot to do around here. The faster we get these bodies dealt with, the faster all of us can be working at full efficiency. So let's get their armor off of them and stacked up for the army to reclaim when they get here, and get you dealing with them. Get them properly laid to rest.
Geralt, give me a perception check. Well, some of you are gathering bodies, and one of you is decomposing others.
18.
You see a tendril of shadow emanating towards the bastion.
How quickly?
Fairly quickly.
Pearl to the ear. Right, we might go incoming. Bit of shadow creeping out.
Where?
I assume east.
Due south.
Due south of the walls.
On me way.
Way south.
And I'm
Coming.
booking it that way.
The same.
Which way south? I follow the people.
Bottom of the
Heading
map is
crossbow
south.
out.
Okay. Then
Alright,
that's
weapons.
also just to Tanya asking because she doesn't know which direction south is.
All right, weapons drawn.
Is there any stairs on this side?
Yeah, there are stairs at the entrance, and there are stairs at the back.
Okay. So
Valdeth will make his way to the gate because presumably they will either not be able to climb or mostly head through the door.
Ariel would have gone back.
yeah,
She's
would have
been
to.
making her way around,
Yeah.
so she probably would have. This would have been the easiest way for her to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Start rushing that way.
Or there's not a gate down here at the south, is there?
Yeah, there's only one gate, and it's the thing on the eastern side.
Geralt is going to post up on this corner so that he can see both south and east.
All right. Momentarily, Aaron will be joining us. We can get a description of Carolina, and just in time for the fight.
Heyo!
Good timing.
So glad we're not down
All right.
Rider.
When Aaron gets in, we convince them that all of these dead bodies are things that we have already killed.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
All of
been,
them.
I believe they've been watching, so
Oh fuck!
There goes my joke.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry.
Hello.
You're good.
No problem.
so really quick, Aaron, go ahead and tell us what Carolina looks like.
Carolina is a average height human with incredibly long purple hair. That might not be obvious initially, but the second you realize that it's all in a braid and it's already down to her ankles, you realize just how much hair there probably is. She's not wearing any armor, and really not that much clothing overall, and has a pretty large sword.
So, to catch you up, you've arrived at Bastion Narok, which is the bastion that the Steelhearts have been sent to. You have been given a link pearl, which is a pearl on a chain that can be used as either an earring or it comes with an ear cuff if you don't have pierced ears or an earring that it can hook onto. Link pearls are little pearls dangling at the end of the chain. You can put them into your ear and talk to anyone on a networked pearl. All of your pearls are currently networked, so you can talk to anyone. You can talk to everyone, or you can have one-to-one conversations. When somebody puts a pearl into their ear and begins talking, anyone who doesn't have a pearl in their ear already, their pearl will vibrate, unless it's one-to-one, and then only the person you wanted to talk to will vibrate. You also have been given a Tyrion-style cloak that has the Griffin Company coat of arms as a pin and also sewn into the cloak. It just goes around the shoulders, pins at one shoulder, and then hangs down one side of your body rather than your entire back. It's very lightweight. It's not a keep you warm cloak because Tiram is a equatorial nation. It is a fashion and branding cloak.
Yep. Fashion cloaks.
The Bastion, you found one survivor, a member of the royal family who has been apparently fighting for several days straight with no rest, as she has 5 levels of exhaustion and has been put to bed. There are statue-like goblinoid forms that are white and black, all scattered all over the field that have been sort of broken up and destroyed, on top of a bunch of the bodies of the defenders here. Geralt, who was keeping an eye out, just noticed that a tendril of shadow was coming up from the south, and everyone's sort of getting into defensive positions, aiming southward or at the door. So feel free to position yourself as you would have positioned yourself.
I'll probably be somewhere close to the front of the group, but
So the entrance to the Bastion is here where Valdeth is. And several of the people have sort of positioned themselves on the wall facing south. The wall is about 25 feet high.
yeah, I'm just trying to find my icon.
You are right here.
Upper right.
So I probably wouldn't have been there if the rest of the group is
That's what I just put you in there while people were
Yeah.
milling about doing things. So
cool.
okay.
Were there enough spell crystals for
Yes, everyone
Carolina to have one as well?
Everyone has a spell crystal. You also that's right. You also have a spell crystal for healing word. Because you're not a spellcaster, it's a Constitution roll, DC 11, Constitution ability check, DC 11 to use it. If you succeed, you successfully cast Healing Word at level 1 with a +3 modifier to the heal. If you fail, then you just crush the crystal and it goes away.
All right.
All right. So, let's have everyone roll some initiative.
Ooh.
So, click your token. I believe Beyond 20 will roll into the
Yes.
initiative thing if you have your token selected.
As long as you have your token highlighted, it will.
I have a +4. God damn it!
You have a +4 and rolled a 2.
I got a natural 20.
It's okay.
Diamond is following me.
I have a +2 and I rolled a natural 1.
Does Titania know what she's doing? No, absolutely not. But I am going first.
Sorry, I'm just
Or
trying to
second.
find initiative on the. Oh, found it. Hey. Damn it, Beyond 20. Why did I turn you off?
Good question.
Yeah, mine turned off automatically. I had to like turn it back on.
I know the answer. I was trying to troubleshoot which of my plugins was causing all the slowdown, and it wasn't that one, but I turned them
Well,
all
that's
off
good.
anyway. We'll just do it this way for the moment.
Dust Goblin.
That should have been to me, but that's why
Yeah.
I rolled it that.
Whisper. Always whisper.
It's
There is a second scuzz.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Which
super
scuzz is whisk?
excited. I'm super excited for all the dead goblins to quickly rise to their feet and attack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Trash
God, no.
Trash Goblin versus Dust Goblin.
Yes, you. Damn it. You are not correct. I mean, you are not wrong. If they all collide together and form one giant big dust goblin, Scud's gonna see if he can just merge in with them and like pass off as a dust goblin, get inside, murder
Just
from
gonna
the
hug
inside.
and latch onto a toe.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
just like it's the Homer like blending in, just like
Look at me, I'm helping.
yeah.
initiative 22, Ithram.
Do I see this?
You see this?
Shadow.
There is this tendril of shadow, like almost like a gas, that is just corkscrewing currently towards the bastion.
I am going to hold my action for a firebolt if I see any creature that is not part of our group, not part of the military, appear within range.
All right.
So I'm going to blast that shit.
A holding action for a firebolt. Titania.
Yep.
Don't forget to give Carolina a turn because there's
And your dust goblin.
Oh, don't worry. They're there.
On the initiative order.
You can't see them yet.
I'm about to get pimp slipped by a tendril off the wall.
That's a hentai.
Oh goodness.
Titania.
Well, that looks bad. Is it within 60 feet of me?
Not
The tendril?
I mean, yes. Yes, it is.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. I try and cast fairy fire on it.
All right.
Yes, you do.
You
Will it
cast
do
fairy
anything?
fire.
Who
The
knows?
tendril is now lit up.
Yep.
There is a tendril covered in fairy fire coming towards the bastion.
Woo! It's much prettier now. Okay.
What color's your fairy fire?
Oh, this one's sparkly, like it's shifting between green and to like gold colors and then orange and then back.
Love it.
Titania kissed.
We're gonna
So,
die.
This golden orange fiery tendril of shadow suddenly expands rapidly as it reaches the boundary of the bastion, in sort of forming some sort of cloud cover basically over the entire bastion. And as it does, things begin to rain from it onto the ground, onto the wall, and onto the ground outside the wall.
No bueno.
Are they covered in fairy fire?
No, they're not.
Damn it.
You highlighted the portal that they're coming out of.
Okay, it's a portal. I don't probably know that.
Hang on a second. I need to do some copy pasting.
Hey.
Hey. Whoa.
Well, our certain death is coming very nicely.
It's very pretty. Oh, good lord.
There's a lot of them.
Look at the numbers.
So Ithrim, your attack goes off.
Splendid. 22 for 9 points of fire damage.
So
Damn.
which one were you aiming at?
One on the wall next to me seems to be the most immediate threat.
Next to you or the one next to Ariel?
Actually, yeah, no, Ariel, because she's a ranged combatant, and I would know that.
So so Ariel, as one of these things drops onto the wall next to you and makes no sound as it hits the
Right.
ground. The mouth is open and snarling in this sort of almost feral grotesquerie, but no sound is emanating out of it. A fireball hits it from behind and engulfs it, and it crumbles.
So, firefighter, as I read my spell real quick, is a cube. Do any of them fall within the cube at least? So I get like some of them?
None of them existed by the time when you cast it.
But
Shit.
it's
Okay. I tried.
It's each object in a cube when you cast it,
yeah.
Ah, curses.
and none of them existed. So one of them already dead. Valdeth.
It's concentration though.
It is. And so that
Since-
tendril will continue to be covered in fairy fire so long as you
Okay.
concentrate.
Since this is the only foot entrance and I am currently the thing standing in the way, I will take the dodge action.
All right. Carolina.
There's one right next to me, right?
Yes. Well, that just sort of 5 feet away, but yeah, it just dropped on the wall next to you.
Is the wall such an impediment I can't smash it? / if I move out of its area, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine. This one on the ground, it can't reach you. It's 25 feet down.
Okay. I'm gonna go walk up to this one then. That is also an enemy, correct?
Yes.
And I'm gonna do a smash with my
Alright.
greatsword.
15 hits. And 7, this ebony statue of a goblin just crumbles beneath the greatsword as you hit it.
All right, cool.
Roll 20, please.
That's my turn.
Roll 20, please don't hide my icon indicators. I need those. Move it out to the side if you're not gonna. The other way. Come on. All right.
There you go.
Goblins. One sect of the goblins' turns.
That's always good.
The ebony goblins move. Moving in.
We're fighting an army of chess pieces.
Moving in.
Yep.
Moving in.
Oh boy.
Moving
I
in,
mean, yeah.
moving in.
Why I took the dodge
moving
action.
in.
Oh no.
Not good.
All right. So disadvantage when attacking Valdeth. A 7, 11, or a 16?
16 is the only one that hits.
All right. One of them gets in with a short sword, dealing. Hang on. Why does it have it like that? Oh, I see. You're dealing 8 points of piercing damage,
Ow.
and I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
No.
5.
Oh god.
You
Oof.
feel sluggish.
Yay.
That's all for now. All right. One of them attacks Scuzz. Does a 21 hit you, Scuzz?
Yeah, that'll hit me.
You take 8 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Cool.
Oh no.
Natural 1.
You feel sluggish.
This is not good.
One of them attacks
Wow.
Ithrim. Does a 12 hit you, Ithrim? I can't hear you. I don't know if you're muted or not.
I was muted because my dogs were barking. No, it does not hit me.
All right.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
statuesque goblin comes in at you and tries to stab you with this sharpened spine of ebony, and you just get the fuck out of the way. That's their turn. Ariel.
Yep. So there's one. Ithram killed the one on me. I will return the favor because everything else is very distant. Definitely within range. So let's fire. Ooh. So that is a 20.
20 hits for 9
9
piercing damage.
damage.
So you whip out that hand crossbow, aim, and
Shoom.
fire, and a bolt just flies underneath your arm, Ithram, into the face of this goblin who crumbles.
Much appreciated.
And then it is a bonus action to load, correct? To prep for
Loading a crossbow, it just means you can only fire once per round.
Right, correct.
Yeah, you don't
I'm
have
just
to
saying-
reload it.
Yeah, okay, it's just assumed.
It just assumes you reload it as part of the
yeah.
action.
And then I am, since there don't seem to, well, no, there's these down here. I will maneuver 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I've got full range to start raining death down on these people.
Pistols are the ones that firearms require an action to load.
Yes,
Crossbows
yes,
don't.
no, yeah. And that is my turn.
All right. That makes it the white goblins' turns. The ivory goblins. The ivory goblins whip out crossbows.
God damn it.
Another beach.
Well, box.
Yeah, this one would have moved that way. Doot. Doot doot. Doot doot doot. Doot doot. That one stays there. All right. So Ithram, you've got 2 crossbow bolts coming at you.
Bring it.
Does a 12 or a 17 hit you?
Neither, because shield.
So the first one goes past. The second one's gonna hit you, but you get that hand up in time and just
Fuck.
this energy
Shield is.
this ethereal energy field plasters across your face and deflects the bolt. Ariel, you've got 2 coming at you.
All right.
Does a 17 or a 7 hit you?
The 17 does, yes.
You take 5 points of piercing damage as the crossbow bolt stabs into your shoulder. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. 14.
All right. Was that a 14 or a 9?
For some reason, I clicked it twice. So the first one is a 9.
Okay. So you feel sluggish. Nothing else happens.
Right.
Geralt, you have 2 coming at you.
2, okay.
Does a 23 or an 18 hit you?
Both of them.
All right. You take 6 piercing and 5 piercing damage
And I'm unconscious.
Oh no.
as 2
Yep.
crossbow bolts
Yep.
into Geralt.
Yeah.
And he just hits the ground.
Spell slinger success.
Yep. Very well balanced class. I approve.
Carolina.
Do I need to make wisdom saves?
No, because you're unconscious.
Okay. Okay.
So that's good. That's how we fix whatever this is. We just knock ourselves unconscious.
Right, exactly. And then you won't feel sluggish anymore.
Exactly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Valdeth, you've got 4 coming at you, but you took the dodge action, so I believe dodge.
All of them at disadvantage.
Yep, all of them at
Yeah,
disadvantage.
dodge keeps going.
Dodge keeps going. 7, natural 1, 24.
On disadvantage? God damn it.
Yeah, the other one was a 25.
Well, I'm going unconscious.
With those
Oh,
ones, might they
boy.
perhaps hit the other goblins?
Yeah, no, they do. Thunk, thunk. 2 of the ebony ones in front of you just get fucking killed.
Yeah.
Which is only slight comfort as I'm about to get knocked out.
You take 8 points of piercing damage.
Yep, I'm out.
Okay, this is why I gave you consumable healing words.
That we can't use when we're unconscious.
No, but other people can.
Yep.
Remember, healing words has a range of 30 feet.
It's fine. I have a really high con modifier.
60 feet.
60 feet, yes. Thank you. Healing word has a range of 60 feet.
That's important.
And Carolina,
Okay.
you've got...
Raise your hand if you're unconscious.
Well, no, you've got some crossbow bolts coming at you.
Oh.
2. Does a 14 or an 11 hit you?
No, AC 15.
All right, so 2 go past. Now it's Scuzz's turn.
Awesome. Scuzz is going to stab the one in front of him with a short sword.
And yeah, using the crystals, because healing word is bonus action, the crystals are also bonus actions.
Sweet.
So
Excellent. Cool. So yeah, he's gonna hit with a 20.
it's gone. Boom.
Yeah. Boom.
Stab
So
right
he
through it.
does that, and he is going to break the he's gonna break the crystal, and he's gonna make the con save. He makes an 11.
That makes it.
And he is going to heal Valadeath.
Can I make a suggestion that you heal Geralf instead, so that he actually gets a turn, and then there's 2 other people before Valdeth's turn comes around.
Let's see what Scuzz does.
Okay.
Yes, he will heal Gareth first.
All right, so that's going to be a D4 plus 3. So that's
It was
4
max,
plus
so
3.
7.
So you get 7 hit points back.
7 hit points.
Thank
this
you. Crystal, as Scuzz, you pull the crystal out, crush it, and sort of throw your hand out, and the ethereal sort of crystalline lights just rush from your hands and suffuse Geralt's body as he wakes up.
Yeah. That was a bonus action.
Yep.
I can't do anything else.
Bloody hell.
Geralt.
How much cover do I have from the crossbowmen being prone behind this battlement?
Quite a lot of cover being prone. They can't hit you while you're prone on the battlement.
Okay, cool. He will use half his movement to stand up. And then he's just going to take a shot at this crossbowman right down here.
Mm-hmm.
Just with his pistol.
20
hits?
Yep.
12 piercing damage.
Nice.
Do you roll with int to do damage on your pistol?
Yes. That's what Savvy Shot is.
Is that a first level thing? Okay, that might.
That's a first level.
That might need to be adjusted to a higher level.
Okay.
Just because most things that modify your attack with a weapon don't come to like level 3.
Okay, we can look into it.
Unless you're playing, a Hexblade Warlock, in which case.
Yeah, but like that's the Hexblade Warlocks are the only class that do that.
A Barbarian Rage is a thing I can do from first level.
Yeah, but it doesn't modify
very limited.
It doesn't, for instance, allow you to hit with a short sword with your, with your intelligence.
Anybody with the Shillelagh cantrip.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay,
that might need to be modified. I don't know yet. We'll
okay.
Just
we'll look at
put a
Note
hashtag
taken.
on it. Put a hashtag on it for now. All right. 12 damage though kills it.
Okay. Bonus action, pulls out his hand axe. Rest of his movement, he goes prone again.
Bam!
Yeah, duck and fucking cover.
All right. That makes it Ithram's turn. You're muted.
Gotta love dogs. Let's see.
I do.
So do I. We'll start moving along wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to
there, and he starts the flail spinning, and it uses that as the focus to cast the next firebolt at this guy over here. Tactical retreat. 12.
12 misses.
All
So
right.
as the firebolt flies out, this goblin just sort of ducks to the side.
I'm gonna. No, I'm not gonna use that yet. I'll let it miss. Nobody saw.
There are people that
yeah.
can see you, but
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah.
they just can't.
Nobody's
see
paying attention. Yeah.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yeah. I can't do anything else with my bonus action
Gonna
yet.
go prone?
So. I used all my movement to
Okay.
get where I am, so I'll hunker up against it, but I don't think that'll give me any extra cover. I'm not quite sure.
It'll give you a little bit, but not a lot.
Okay.
You press up against it rather than ducking underneath it.
Yeah.
All right, Titania.
This is not good. I'm going to use that crystal to cast Healing Word on
And
Val.
You are a spellcaster, so you don't have to make a roll.
Okay.
So you just cast Healing Word 1d4 plus 3.
1d4 plus 3. I'll just do a d4 here. 7.
Valdeth, you get 7 hit points back. As again, crystal is crushed and the ethereal energy washes over you.
And then I don't think I was up on the wall at that point. To be honest, I start climbing up the wall. You said it's 25 feet up?
Yeah, but there are stairs.
Okay. Yep. So I get up here, see what's happening. Okay. Crouch back down.
All right.
Because that guy right in front of me isn't up where I couldn't
No,
reach him
he's
with
not
the
up where
melee,
you-
right?
Correct.
Yeah. Yep. That's my turn then.
The ringed shadow above you retreats back towards the line to the south at initiative 20. Valdeth.
Well, first thing is going to be Second Wind as a bonus action. Cool. Put me back at full. Stand up. And yeah, I'm drawing all the fire right now, so I'm going to take the dodge action again, because killing the people attacking me is going to be way more safe if I'm still alive.
All right. Carolina.
Okay. I'm gonna go up and stab this guy.
Okay.
Well, nope.
So you run forward, swing the greatsword, and it hits into the turret of the wall as the goblin sort of ducks to the side.
You Dark Souls clang.
Cling. There's exactly that sound.
Yeah.
Anything with your bonus action?
Everyone's alive now, right?
Yes.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. That makes it the ebony goblin's turns. There. That one. This one moves there. That one moves there. And 3 attacks are coming in at Valdeth.
Take the dodge action.
Yep. Advantage. 11, 8, 14.
All misses.
So, cling, cling, cling. You manage to put your armor or sword in between the goblin's short
The
sword
great
stabs.
sword. The great sword's
you.
about as big as I am, so I'm basically using it as a tower shield right now.
Yeah, you're just like plant it down and you're ducking around behind it as things clang off your armor
Nice.
and the sword. Ariel.
All right.
And yeah, Ithram, you can drop prone just so you don't have to have any movement to drop prone. You just do it. It just takes half your movement.
It just takes half your movement to stand back up. Yeah.
Yep.
I like the
Okay.
idea that because Valdeth isn't actually a nimble fighter, well, kind of is, but isn't like a high mobility fighter. The way that he dodges is just plant the great sword in front of him and use it as a shield.
Yeah, it works.
I see a couple goblins in front of me
There are.
who are not the good one. One of them, let's go with this one. The one that's not equidistant between me and Ithram. He's going to hopefully get an crossbow bolt to the face.
They're very easy to hit. And you hit it.
24 for 8 piercing damage.
Dead. Crumbles into dust.
Plunk. And Ithram looks okay right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm continuing
Unscathed.
down this way because there are a lot of goblins down here.
Aside from the oh shit shield moment, Ithram's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Are you
And
Setting up on a Metacona, are you?
sorry, what?
Setting up on the murder corner, are you?
That's the plan. And that is my turn.
Are you gonna drop prone?
Yes. Sorry.
All right. Ivory Goblin's turns. Ithram, did you drop prone or no?
Yeah, I would have dropped prone if
Okay.
it didn't. Yeah.
So the Ivory Goblins begin to head around to where they can get a better shot on people. Some crossbow bolts fly over the wall, but you are pressed up against the wall and prone, so they can't hit you guys.
I reach up and grab one as it's flying by. Good, I need the ammo.
It is made of an ivory, like the same sort of material that their bodies are made of, and when you grab it, it sort of crumbles in your hand.
Ooh.
Shit craftsmanship.
But the ones that are over here, one of them is going to have disadvantage to fire into melee with Carolina, but it's going to do it anyways. Boom. An 8 misses Carolina.
Yep.
And 4 of them are shooting at Valdeth again.
Yep, disadvantage.
Is
11,
Valvo's down below? Is that like the
17.
gate?
We're
10.
Yep.
16. So 11, 17, 10, 16.
2 hits.
2 hits. 7 piercing and 6 piercing.
That's right back down again.
Oh no.
2 more crossbow
I was
bolts
gonna
hit Valdeth.
I feel like John's like, I'm gonna have one fighter in this game.
And another crossbow bolt with not disadvantage because they're on the ground outside shooting at Carolina. A 12, though, I think misses Carolina. All right, that makes it Scuzz's turn.
I'm alive. I'm at 1 hit point. I was so ready for a crossbow bolt to come at me. What are the rules again for dropping weapons and pulling another one out?
You can drop a weapon just free. Drawing weapons that interact, which is a bone.
You get one.
No, you get an
one.
interact.
Yeah, you get one a turn.
Okay, cool. Then he's gonna drop his dagger and short sword and pull out his short bow, and he is going to fire at. Is he gonna fire at the crossbowmen or the melee fighters? He's gonna shoot.
You are not in melee with the melee fighters, if that helps.
Yeah, like he would have to
there.
shoot over the thing. So yeah, he's gonna shoot at the crossbowmen.
All right.
22.
One of them goes down.
Yeah. I can't do a bonus action with a weapon attack, so he is going to hide.
I have to move them in so I can actually see where the X is on the markers, and then move.
Actually,
I was wondering what was happening there.
as a bonus action, can he? No, he's gonna stay up there. He's gonna hide up there.
Okay. You fall down so you can't be seen. which isn't as far for you as it is for others.
Yep. It literally just has a.
All right, Geralth.
Geralth can't see that Valdeth has gone down, so he is going to pop up and shoot at this crossbowman here.
Okay.
The one that's in between the two dead ones right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, the crossbowmen are the ones that are hitting the hardest for me right now. So-
Right.
The odd man out. The odd goblin out.
Is it 12 hit?
12 misses as you fire
Damn
and
it.
it just goes wide.
All right, that's 2 shots. I've got 2 more shots before I have to reload. And then he will use the remaining. He'll move 10 feet to here and drop prone again.
That makes it
And I
Ithram's turn.
think-
Unless you want to use a bonus action for anything.
Can I bonus action give my crystal to Tanya?
Sure.
Right. Take another one of these.
Thanks.
All right. That makes it to Ithram's turn.
All right. He will stand up for half his movement. 5, 10, 15. Creep along the wall a little bit, and then try to take this guy out in the back with another firebolt. 22
Hits and
for
kills
5.
him.
All right.
Again, just
And then I'll actually press up against this so that I'm still slightly visible, so that the ones in the front don't get too overwhelmed if these guys make it around the corner.
all right. That makes it to Tanya's turn.
Don't forget about
All right.
me.
Bonus action to cast Healing Word again. So that's 6 hit points.
Back to Valdeth.
Yep.
As you crush another crystal and throw it on.
That was down again. Tanya. And then
I think that Valdeth doesn't actually fall over because like they were leaning against the great sword, so it's just unconscious. Tank. Back away. All right. Unconscious. Tank.
and then getting back down to where they all are. There's not really a ladder. Is there a ladder?
Yeah, there's
down
the
this
stairs that
side?
you took up. You can't
Okay,
go on the
all right.
outside, no, but on the
20
inside, yes.
Gotcha. 25 would get me down there, and then 30. I'm still not close enough to hit anything damage.
You could always jump over the side.
I could. How much is falling damage?
D6 per 10 feet.
It's
So
25.
2d6. Well,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
that's
That's
2d6.
enough to knock
potentially
me
a
out at
lot.
max damage.
Yeah, that's potentially a lot. No,
That's
I'm
on
not
average
doing
going to be
that.
7 damage.
Come on. What's the worst that happen? You break your leg, you know?
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
There is
I
an
want to
ancient
survive
sacred
to
term.
5 sessions again.
gotta break Hope's record, yeah.
Yeah.
Ancient tradition of YOLO.
That is what Impulse is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The God Impulse. All right. Anything else on your turn?
Yep.
Valdeth.
Stand up. Use the crystal that I've got, because I'm not going to be awake to use it later.
So Constitution ability check.
Please don't suck. I did it.
Exactly 11. So that's 1d4 plus 3. Heal yourself for 4.
I'm not quite at full, but I have 10 hit points. And I take the dodge action again, because me killing one of these will not save me more than giving all of them disadvantage.
It makes sense. And you're the thing keeping them from getting in the thing. You're starting to get an appreciation for what Deidre
had to go
Yeah,
through.
Pretty similar.
Imagine 4 days.
Of this.
I was gonna say, just keep doing that for.
Oh, we might be.
All right. That makes it Carolina's turn.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go help Velda because feels like he might need it.
All right.
Are you gonna smash the one that's next to you before you go, or just go?
He has a crossbow. If he wants to beat me over the head with the crossbow, he's more than welcome to, but I don't believe he can.
No, you can't make You can't make unless you have a specific feat. You can't get a attack opportunity with a
Yeah,
crossbow.
no, I don't believe in his ability to use improvised weapons. And so I'm gonna be moving out of his range.
He does not attack you because he has a crossbow and nothing else.
You can use a chair leg, you can use a crossbow, but yes. And then sort of trying to come down whatever stairs are there. I'm gonna stab at one of the ones in front of Valdot. Hey, wanna switch out?
So there are the
And-
stairs are on the back of the wall, not there, but you can absolutely drop down if you want, sword first.
Yeah, no, I'll just drop.
Yeah.
I'll just drop. Sorry, I thought there was stairs where I was. 14.
That hits as you plaster a goblin.
Since you're about to plant yourself on the front lines, would you like to rage?
Yeah. I will do that. I will spend one of my rages and
Go ahead and give me
no, actually I'm still holding off on raging because I can't cast spells if I'm raging.
While that's true, you're also about to get full of crossbow bolts.
You can't you can't cast spells, but you can use items, and it's a consumable. Not
Okay. You would consider that to be something you can do while raging?
yes,
Then
I would. I would consider spell crystals, not spell scrolls, but spell crystals, to be things you can use while raging.
Cool. I'm gonna try and figure out how to turn that on and roll 20, but that's my turn.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check to see how gracefully you land on this goblin.
With advantage, because you're raging.
Not sure how to toggle advantage because this is a new thing to me.
If you hit the little D&D, the little Beyond 20 button at the top, you can select advantage. Or you
I
can,
think I hit the wrong
twice.
beyond 20 button.
or you just roll
Just
twice.
roll. I see that one.
Yeah.
I will do that in the future. For now, I'm just gonna roll it again.
Right. So yeah, with a 20, you're not going to take very much damage at all. Yeah. So you take 3, reduced to 1 because you're raging, as you crash into this, as you slam into this goblin.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Their turn, and oh look, there's a new target for them. As they move in to surround Carolina. Attacks. 12, natural 1, and a 7 to hit Carolina.
Wow.
Does a 12 hit Carolina?
A 12 does not.
All right, so yeah, so they crash upon the waves of Carolina's rippling abs.
Yeah, no, basically.
And Ariel.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Sorry, wrong set of tabs. All right. There are goblins on the ground, and I would like to make those goblins further on the ground.
That's probably a good plan.
6
Grounder.
feet on the ground.
Well, I can't shoot them so hard they fly underground.
Yet.
Yet.
Have
getting there.
goals.
Give me time.
Believe in yourself.
What to invent a drill bullet
Believe in yourself.
that will go through my enemies
Geralt
and
is
then
making
dig
notes.
their grave.
So 22 to this one specifically.
Okay, that'll hit.
5 piercing damage.
It's dead.
And I am I'm good where I am, and I'm dropping back down.
All right. White goblin or ivory goblin's turns. These two are going to try to shoot Ithram.
Can't hit shit.
Does a 10 or an 8 hit you?
No.
Clatter off the wall. This one's going to step away, so it's not going to have disadvantage, which means it's going to provoke an attack of opportunity from Carolina.
Or an attack of opportunity.
Get it, Carolina.
Go.
Now, Aaron, do you want to use your attack of opportunity on this goblin?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll the attack then. 11 misses, unfortunately, as it steps away.
Sorry.
This one also steps away, and we've got 4 crossbow bolts coming at Carolina.
Cool.
24, 17, 13, and 13.
The 24 and the 17 hit, the other ones do not.
So that's going to be 5 piercing reduced to 2, and 5 piercing reduced to 2.
All right.
You take 4 points of piercing damage, and you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
You're so strong.
Okay. Wisdom save.
Oh, goodness.
You feel sluggish.
Okay. And with a 2, I probably don't even notice that.
Scuzz.
This crossbowman here is getting a short bow to the face.
Which one? The one that stepped away?
Yes. I don't know why my thingy won't. Oh, is it that? Do I
And
do
click
that?
and hold. There you go.
There it is. Okay. Oh no. That. No. All of my tabs are not working. Natural 20.
There you go.
Hey!
Nice.
It turns to dust. Ashes to ashes.
Goes away.
Can I throw a dagger as a bonus action?
No.
No.
Not unless
Okay.
you threw a dagger as your main action, or attacked with a dagger as your main action as well.
Yeah, but that means I have to get
Two
down
of
there,
them.
and I don't want to get down there.
I mean, if you pull out 2
Scuzz
daggers, you can throw one, the bonus action, throw another.
don't have enough daggers for that. That's a lie. He has 2 daggers. He could do that, but he's not, and he hides as his bonus action, and that's.
He could only do that once. You have to go out and get them.
I got a really cool trick. I can do it once.
One time.
All right, Geralt.
Geralt isn't even gonna get up at this point. I think. Well, actually, he might get up. That will depend on how close I am. 55 feet. That's inside short range. Fuck yeah. Geralt is going to go try and kill this goblin that had previously been next to Carolina.
Scuzz is between you and that goblin, by the way, just so you're aware.
Scuzz is on the ground prone. He's hiding. Like he's
Yeah.
small.
Yeah, so is Geralt.
I was gonna say, is there any is that goblin getting an increase to its AC because I'm
no, but if you
prone?
roll a natural
Okay.
1, things might happen, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, my pistol jam. That's what.
I won't die. That's not at all.
God damn it! I can't hit for shit today.
It's not a natural 1 though.
You're aiming
No.
around.
It's
You're
not
aiming
a
around
natural
Scuzz, which is exactly the issue. Is that you're trying to hit
Right,
another
yep.
goblin around a goblin, and they're the same size. And even though one's laying down, the other's not. It's still an equivalency.
Scuzz has a big head. Let's be honest.
20% head.
20% head.
What do you mean? I
Yeah.
gotta learn to curve the bullet.
Yeah.
That's
Shut
what
up, James McAvoy. You don't know.
Yeah.
Anything else on your turn?
Picturing him like going around Scuzz's head like, whoop.
I think that's everything because I'm still prone.
All right, Ithram.
Okay. 5, 10,
Why didn't you stand up?
15, 20.
because prone gives you cover from the goblins outside.
Stand up
Yep.
and then get back down.
And I'm gonna
Gotta
throw another
get up to get down.
firebolt at this guy down here.
Get up, get down.
20 for pink, 2 points of damage.
That's the first goblin that doesn't die to damage directly. All right.
Wow.
We're doing
Hang on, I
good
need
now.
to check to see if it's just for roll or let's see. Because I don't want
Can you
to.
save face on damage?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
that's
it's
right.
just attack rolls or ability checks. Dang it.
Oh, well.
That would be.
That fireball hits that goblin and it stays standing.
I look at my mace and feel like, did I do something wrong?
I feel like this goblin has just become a god in the eyes of his friends.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the strongest among us.
It is. It is fact.
Yep.
That's factually accurate right now.
Yeah.
If only they had sentience and could care about that kind of
They
thing.
would build ivory statues of themselves to this goblin.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on
That's
your
me.
turn? All right.
Nope.
Titania.
Okay. I run out into the middle of everything. Right here.
5,
good.
10, 15,
Wow.
5, 10,
Uh.
15, 20, 25.
Yeah, I got enough movement. I got
Alright.
30.
You get out
Titania's been whispering herself in Sylvan, just over and over again, and pulling out 2 scythes, which she is going to fling at this one right here, and then this archer
there.
right
All
in
right.
front of me. So let's see how this goes. So I make 1 sickle attack.
Disney
here.
Murder Princess.
Yep.
Look, who doesn't like a
That
murder
one,
princess?
did it roll? Yes. 15.
It hits, but it does not die.
4 slashing. I'm gonna try and kill it.
All right.
I do the other
Bonus
not
action.
that one. Bonus action.
Two weapon fighting druid.
Natural 20.
All right.
Yay!
Was that aimed at the same one?
Murder
or at the other one?
princess?
Yeah, same one.
All right. So Titania runs out into the middle of these goblins with 2 sickles, slams one down, and the sickle buries itself into the up top of the head of the goblin, but it continues moving. So the other one just comes around, catches the neck, and pulls. And now
Yep.
you have a goblin head stuck from the top of your sickle.
Whoa. And then I realized that I've used my bonus action and can't make my slick getaway that I was planning on doing. That's my turn.
You
I'm
do me
good.
a concern. A big old heckin' concern right now.
Yep.
Valdeth. Your fiance
Valdeth-
just ran out past you.
Yeah, seeing his fiance just decide to go straight into
Your
the
waifu did
middle
a
of it,
mistake, you.
is gonna look over, see the situation. Damn it! Twist the greatsword around, pull it out of the ground, slam it into this goblin that's next to him and Carolina first. 19
That hits.
for 11 slashing
It's
damage,
dead.
and then is going to plant himself in the middle of these archers.
All right, Carolina.
Okay. So
I want to get that other goblin beneath me rather than on top of me with its corpse.
all the ones in front of me are dead, but I'm standing in front of the door. So I'm gonna throw a javelin.
Yeah, where's... Oh, there. Sorry, I was trying to... There it is.
There we go.
I was trying to uncover Valdeth, who for some reason burrowed underneath the goblin corpses. All right, throwing a javelin at which one? There are 3 left. Over there.
Yeah, I can't reach the one that's on the far part of the wall. So I think I'm gonna go for the one that's nearest me that it seems like I have the clearest shot at.
All right, throw that javelin.
All right.
15 hits and kills. Blah.
Cool. Did that.
All right. That makes it... Well, all of those goblins are dead, so all the ebony goblins are dead. makes it Ariel's turn.
Yep. I believe I am now. Oh. Yep, I'm out of easy range, so up, move 15 feet, 5, 10, 15. God damn it. And yep, that's much better. That is a 21 to hit for 6 damage.
All right, that one's dead.
Thunk.
They seem to have at least roughly around 5 hit points.
All right, goblins' turns. This one's going to go 5, 10, 15, and try to shoot Geralth. Because
Who
he's
is still prone.
Still
shooting.
prone.
Yep, so it's disadvantage.
Okay.
Might just hit Ariel instead. Who knows? With a natural 1, misses entirely as the string on the crossbow snaps. It reforms out of the same dust that it snapped out of, but it loses the first shot. And this one's going to try to shoot Valdeth.
At disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Because Valdeth is in melee.
16 to hit.
That is exactly a hit. Stop hitting me with disadvantage.
8 piercing damage.
Still standing.
All right, good. And these two are shooting at Ithram. Not with disadvantage. Oh, wait, Ithram's prone. They can't hit him.
No, I'm not
Oh,
prone.
you're not prone? All right, sweet.
No.
18 and 8.
The 18. I'll
Shield.
use my last shield. Yeah.
Shield. All right. And you once again shit and deflect the arrow.
Stop staring at my flail.
Skies.
This one.
Yep.
Is going to die.
We can only hope.
Never mind.
Oh no!
Roll me a d20. William, high or low?
God damn it.
Hi, you're about
I was cocky. That's what happened.
Fucking unbelievable.
No,
I'm
God damn it.
unconscious.
No, William, you picked high. So instead, it just hits. Instead, Scuzz, your short bow string just breaks.
God damn it. Oh, man.
Does the string also reform out of the inexplicable dust monsterness?
No.
Oh.
This guy's like,
Scuzz has no idea how lucky he is right now.
Scuzz does not. Scuzz is a surprisingly unlucky boy.
Anything else on your turn?
No. Well, you know what? He drops the short bow because the string is broken, and he picks up his dagger and his short sword. He's like, okay. And he is going to safely take the stairs down and go here.
There you go. All right.
Yeah. I think that's 15 move. What, 5, 10?
5 and then 25 down. So
Yeah,
that's
stay
30 feet
there.
of movement. Yeah, there you go.
He was hiding.
You were
Yeah.
right here. You have to go 5 down to get the ladder. And then,
Yeah. Okay, perfect. There. Boom.
all right. Geralt.
Because that area is littered.
Does Ariel have anything sticking out of her right now? Does she look fucked up?
I believe she was shot once, but I feel like she probably ripped it out and just threw it away.
Yeah, and these crossbow bolts also disintegrate. So there's
Yeah.
some blood, but nothing's visible.
All right. Ariel will stand up, move 10 feet, so he also burrows under a goblin corpse. Exhales, aims.
Breathes in goblin corpse.
Yep. Come on.
Yummy.
It's okay. They're made of dust. I'm sure that has no.
18.
side
There we
effects.
go. Shooting for the guy across the battlements again.
18 hits. Roll damage.
10 piercing damage.
It's dead.
Right. Luck still holds and drops back down under cover again.
And out of
Look,
ammo.
Dusty Goblin smells.
Yep, that was my
completely
last.
different.
He's gonna have to spend his next turn reloading.
Action to reload.
That's how
Alright.
you get the That's how you get the goblin shivers.
Ithram. Ithram, it's your turn.
Okay. I will not be outclassed by a dust goblin, so I'm gonna aim for the same one.
I mean, you say that, but
And then you do.
So hang on.
Can't
one
wait for you to
second, I
roll
need to check
1 damage. That's gonna be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. All right. 17 for 10.
Hey, you kill it.
Woo.
It lived for one more round.
And
It
5,
tastes the
10,
sunlight.
15. He's going to stand right there.
If only it could appreciate it.
Get your head down, Valar.
And then, yeah, then he's going to get down.
All right, Titania.
I'm gonna wade forward through bodies and get this one that's
Really,
right
it's
here.
piles of dust at this point.
Yeah. True.
Do you have enough room to get into a flank?
Oh, that's smart. I don't know if I'm that smart. Hang on.
Your fiance is a warrior. I
Yes.
feel like your fiance would have tried at least.
I got an 8 though. How hard did you try?
You got a 13 the first time. You accidentally
Oh,
rolled
did I get a
twice.
13? Oh, it did it twice. Okay. All right. Fine. I'll flank. It's smart. Fine. 1 here. 18 hits. I'm
And
assuming
18 hits. You do 2
2
damage.
slashing. It's still alive.
Yep. You have advantage on these attacks that you're flanking, by the way.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Also, they didn't add your strength
Sorry.
mod.
It didn't?
That was your offhand swing.
Oh, sorry. I thought I had. Oh yeah, I'm still doing the bonus action one.
What's your
Hang
strength
on,
mod?
sorry. Should I just re-roll?
What is your strength mod?
+3, I believe, isn't it? It's 16.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, it's dead.
It's dead. All right.
That you
Turn.
again plant a sickle in the skull of a goblin.
Yep. I say I brought you something.
Oh, how sweet.
All
I
right.
think they're gone.
There's only one left.
And that's my turn.
All right, Valdeth.
That's sweet. I'm going to go inside where there's potentially stuff I can use to bandage these crossbow wounds. And it's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Action 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Carolina.
I'm gonna hold here and I'm gonna take the dodge action because I know there's still at least one left, and yeah,
All right.
I
Ariel.
can't throw javelins that far.
Ariel.
yep. Let's see. There's one I see for sure.
Kill it. Kill it
I
dead.
don't see any more than that currently.
Mm-hmm.
It's 30 feet, so I would have to get. Okay. I did not drop down last turn. So I'm actually just going to go right there. So I'm not potentially shooting my party mate.
Always good.
Nice.
Ending it with authority.
Yep.
Nice.
And,
Just stops, looks down, does the little finger wave, and then shoots with the other hand.
and obliterated. And we are out of initiative for the moment.
That was invigorating.
Reload.
I'm looking out across to see if any more of those trends are coming. Anything different? That
There is definitely still that. So now that you've seen it once, and you can actually, are you still concentrating on fairy fire?
I was. Yeah, I hadn't gotten.
You
any
can
hits.
see a little bit of that fairy fire still going in the distance, as it seems like there are many of these sort of shadowy tendrils just sort of flowing back and forth within the realm of the corruption to the south, and it
Okay.
seems like you can actually see that bits of the grass and because it's like basically plains until you hit forest between here
Mhm.
and the south. All the trees that you can see in the distance to the south are blackened and rotting, and the grass is beginning to darken ever like sort of incrementally closer and closer as it sort of spreads out. And in that area is where these sort of gaseous tendrils are sort of flowing back and forth in the air.
Are there any single like individual rooms within this tower?
There's just barracks rooms. They are. Take a look at it real quick.
Geralt
there-
stands up.
There are
Oh.
two rooms in the barracks that are like individual rooms.
That are separated?
Yeah.
Geralt stands up, rolls his shoulder a little bit, steps down the stairs. Oi, buckets.
Yes. I'm muted. Wait.
No, you're not.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
You're good.
I was like, where's
Geralt-
my thing?
Geralt flips Scuzz a silver and walks inside.
Okay.
Valdeth looks around. I need to find bandages and one of those rooms.
Because
I
who's
take
to
quite a few
find it?
crossbow bolts.
From up where from up top on the roof, Errol will walk over wherever Valdeth is and just toss her spell shard down to you.
That'll work. Catch. Crush it.
The bolts are
Try
gone,
and-
by the way. They
Well,
disintegrated.
actually, hang on. Actually, Titania, can you come use the spell shard for me? Because I don't want
Oi.
I don't want to risk
Oi.
that.
Gimme.
Is it just if you're a spellcaster, or do you have to actually have that spell in your spell list?
Just if you're a spellcaster.
Spellcaster.
Okay, well then
Yeah.
I'll give it to Geralt.
If you can cast spells of that level,
Okay.
then you don't have to roll.
Geralt has a spell slot, has a first level spell slot, and so yeah, he'll just crush it. And it's 1d4 plus 3, you said?
Yep.
Yep.
And it doesn't take your spell slot. It's just that you can cast
Ah,
spells.
okay. Oh, okay, good. Because
Yeah.
he doesn't have one available.
What
but-
the fuck with these using words?
They're,
Wait, hang on, mine was
they're either
perfect.
max
No,
or
mine was
minimum.
great.
None of
Right,
you have
I was
rolled
gonna say.
Look at
anything
that 3 and a
between.
4. What are you talking about?
There has been 1-3.
Yeah.
But yeah, so four hit points for Valdeth then.
Half health. That's
I
helpful.
assume
but I
this
could still-
gate doesn't have like
Oh.
a door we can close or something.
There is a portcullis. It is broken though.
Okay.
Scuzz is like bleeding.
There
He's
is
like,
a
I'm gonna
door.
go take a nap.
There is a door though to the tower itself. Like the
Yeah, how
portcullis.
bad is
The portcullis here is damaged and can't be closed, but the door is it's damaged, but it can still be closed.
I want to draw attention and understand I'm being very hypocritical by doing this. We haven't put our names in Roll20, so I don't know what anyone's name is.
I did.
Oh.
Mine's there.
Yes, there's like 2 people who have.
Yeah. Do we want to do them as first name or second in parentheses?
I did it.
Yeah, but you did it the opposite way I did.
Oh, so should it be?
As
Whatever you
It
guys want.
just needs to be
one.
Yeah.
consistent.
It's fine. I will not confuse, for example, whether the player's name is Valdeth or William.
I like consistency, but I'm not gonna.
No, yes. Don't get me wrong. The anal part of my brain is like but
So now that I know what people's names are, as takes the gem. Girl, do you think we can fix this?
Geralt will come out, take a look at the portcullis. What would I need to roll to see if this is something that we might be able to jury rig back together?
As we look at our crafting rules, this would be the
Ayo.
planning phase of crafting. So it would be
All right.
it would be an intelligence with your tinker's tools.
at the top
Okay.
of the on the wall still, Arrow sort of looks down and goes, it is worth mentioning that they did seem to climb over the walls, so that would be a lot of effort for not a complete.
Well, some of them got dropped on top of the walls by that tendril, but a lot of them still dropped on the outside. So being able to hold at least half of them off for a while.
It
still
would.
be
I'm just
helpful.
pointing out. I'm just pointing out the amount of work that will be necessary versus
versus the
Oh,
benefits. That's,
Thinks
that's
that I
benefit-
don't necessarily
cost
have to
benefit
stand
analysis,
here
shall
and
we
can
say.
address them on the wall.
So with a 19
All right.
on the planning side,
So looking at it and looking at the damage that's been done, you figure you could probably repair this for about 50 gold worth of materials. And it would take a day.
probably a
With-
day's work, probably about 50 gold worth.
with
Fine, I'll just stand here.
still being at half health though, Valdeth is going to see if he can find some bandages.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an
Does-
investigation check.
Also still from the top of the wall, Ithram will just look down at Scuzz and see how
No.
badly they're wobbling and just crush the crystal.
I have an arrow sticking out of me.
Yeah. When I crush this, take that out.
Okay, he's
Max,
just like
Max for 7 points of
Woo!
healing.
He's like, okay, and he just rips it out. He's just like, ow, as the thing
You're
like,
about to
washes
feel it,
over
Gran?
him.
It seems like all the medical supplies have been used. There aren't any left at the moment.
Oh, Izaki! Isn't it standard for military places to keep some sort of backup materials and parts and shit?
Zaki is currently working on a beacon and sort of looks over his shoulders. I don't know. I'm part of the Izzet League, not the military.
Right. Wasn't sure if you'd
I
had
know.
anything.
Jack, John,
The city guard does keep extra caches stored around. You imagine the military probably has a hidden cache somewhere on the bastion. You just wouldn't know exactly where it would be.
procedure. I don't know where they would have put their cash, though.
Well, obviously,
This
there's not
tower
exactly
has 3 floors, yeah?
Yeah, 3 floors.
I've only been on the first 2, so I'll go check what's on the 3rd floor.
You get to the 3rd floor. Things that are on the 3rd floor, there are a ring of torches that are currently unlit around the edge of the tower for keeping watch and things. And in the middle of it, there is this large, arcane contraption centered on a large brazier that seems like this would probably be the focal point of the barrier.
Yeah, this is part of what
It's
makes the
it's
light
part of the
work.
pillar that Zaki's working on right now, very clearly. It is currently unlit as well.
And that's it.
That's it. It seems like this is a place for keeping watch, taking shots, but not.
Is this the
storage.
roof or just the top
It's
floor?
the roof. It's the
Okay.
roof of the tower. You can give me another investigation check though.
Sure. Let's not roll so poorly. Natural 20.
So, looking around, you actually from the top, it's easier to see. There is a dirt mound in the northwestern corner of the wall, on the inside of the wall, that looks to have been more recently dug up than other spots.
I think I found something. 1 second. And I'll make my way over there.
Make your way down to the bottom floor.
Making my way down tower.
Maybe more downtown.
Realize that this isn't a cache, it's a grave, right?
Yeah. One or the other.
Geralt
But
will
most
go
of
meet
the
you
bodies
over
were
there.
just sitting out, so I'm going to assume it's not a grave.
You head over and do you dig it up?
Yeah.
I mean, that is quite an assumption.
You dig up a supply cache. It is a iron-bound locked chest.
Full of coughs.
I put the
Full
mess
of coronavirus.
with the earpiece. Scuzz, can you get over here and open a lock for me?
Sure. What do you need? Big old goblin feet.
Looney Tunes running sound.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Who's wearing flip flops in a stone temple?
just
Guess.
look.
Yeah.
Look, his actual like character art does have him wearing like socks and sandals.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Please do. It's great.
I consider that canon.
Yep.
Yep. What do you need?
show the lockbox.
Oh, sure. One sec.
Just gonna unlock it.
Bitch, why won't you let me like actually like use my roll for thieves tools? Okay, one sec.
There's gonna be dexterity thieves tools check to unlock it.
I did put expertise into thieves tools, so one sec.
If you were trying to
Just
use
add
it.
add proficiency / expertise to your dex roll.
Oh, I could just do that. That's much easier. Thank you.
Or like a sleight of
Or-
hand, something that you have expertise on.
Yeah. Boom. 22.
All right, you unlock it. You should make a Constitution saving throw.
I was
as
gonna
a small
say-
dart shoots into your chest from the lock.
Oh
Ow.
no!
I like how
Like,
nobody.
I know.
No, like
Fuck.
I was focusing on this and like literally like the beginning of the session, like, okay, make sure to check for traps. And I completely forgot to check for
I
traps.
was waiting for that. Just.
You are currently poisoned.
No
Status
damage,
Well,
just poison.
no damage, just status poisoned. But you've unlocked the chest.
Gross. That was gross. Yeah, he just like unlocks it. You see a dart enter him into him. He's like, God damn it. It's open.
Sorry.
It's
Pull it open. Let's see what's inside.
fine. It's gross. Sorry.
I
Inside,
should have taken that dart.
in addition to bandages and medical supplies, there are also 2 standard healing potions.
That's gonna be useful. I'm gonna take one of those healing potions.
Is there a short bow in there?
Is there
know
a
there's
spare
probably-
portcullis in there?
No,
Dang it.
you can craft a new string for your bow though.
Or I could find one littered on the ground from all of these other like dead body. Like I bet there's one around here somewhere.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
So Valdeth takes one of the healing potions, hands the other one to Geralt, takes a bunch of these healing supplies, and is like, I'm gonna go find one of those rooms upstairs if you could guard the door for me.
Okay.
Aye.
Alright.
Not you, Buckets. Me. I'm the guard for Valdeth and Lady Valkyria.
Oh, okay.
We've had this conversation, remember?
With a
He
14,
I work for them. We all work together.
with a 14, you do find another short bow that you can. And this one's very nice. This one's like well made, and actually designed to be a short bow and not a really long kitchen spoon that somebody turned into a short bow.
Look, Mama Buckets made that specially for me for my big job. Don't go hushing on it. I have to bring her the spoon back.
I head up to one of those 2 rooms and proceed to bandage all of these crossbow wounds.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to manage.
It's the cartoon version of you drink water in several like holes. These water comes out of your body.
So you can consider this to be a short rest if anyone wants to roll dice and things like that.
Yes.
I would like to RP
Yep.
I will.
recovery.
Yeah.
I would also like to
because
get
I
my
did not get
second win
injured at
back.
all, but so I'm not taking a
Yeah.
short rest.
Mhm.
I
Keeping an eye
Exactly
out.
what I needed.
yeah, I'm keeping an eye out. I crouch down. I find a twig to replace my head.
Actually, that's a good point. No, Ariel will not take a short rest.
Yeah, because I'm currently the one tanking the door.
And I'm
No,
up top.
I can-
I'm up top being your lookout.
If
Yeah.
you're hurt, I can watch.
Nope, it's good.
Okay.
I'm only slightly winged.
All right.
Valdeth gets all his hit points back, bandages himself, steps out of the door. All right, thank you very much.
Actually, no. I
Right.
think this works fine. Give me 1 second because I need to see one of my abilities.
Won't you also have second wind?
I would. Thank you for spoiling what I was trying to say. Yes, I will use my second win.
I get my second win back because I took that short rest.
Are
I've
there
al-
any
well,
animals
I've
around
already-
here?
Well, no, that's 1d10.
Are there any animals around here
Well, there is also.
outside the wall?
Wait, no,
Make a
that's
perception check.
Okay.
even better.
So 9
I
hit
only
points.
I only needed the 5.
9.
Not that you can see.
Okay.
Though you can see that another tendril is coming.
Something's coming.
Scuzz
Look
would
up.
go find more
Something's
arrows.
coming.
That would seem to be accurate.
This guy's out
Start
there
heading out.
picking
How
up
about-
arrows out of the corpses.
How about we create a choke point inside this building rather than letting them spread out and all shoot at us at once? Since this door actually shuts.
Can't we shoot from the
Do we want
third
to risk
floor?
getting in?
Valdeth, I'm not necessarily horribly opposed to that idea, except for that limits how quickly we can take care of this, and we don't know that they won't be able to get in other ways, and
There's-
then we'll be surrounded.
One door?
There are also
some arrow
there are
slits.
also arrow slits on the second floor and then the roof. of the
Arrow slits
tower.
are not designed to be big enough for a person to get through, though.
What's on the
These are
roof?
goblins.
Is there roof access?
Yes,
But the tower is how tall?
it's 3 stories. So
It's a
Yeah.
tendril. I'm pretty sure it can lift as high as it needs to. We're setting ourselves up in a death trap there.
Coming closer. Right there. Uh-huh. Yep. There it is.
Can
So, where are you setting up? Go ahead and make that decision now.
I'm staying where I am.
I'm
Okay.
saying where I am currently, unless we
I will
prove to
look
be
at
a great
Ariel
idea.
and probably also Gareth
Scuzz is gonna go
if
up.
he.
Oh, sorry.
Never mind.
You were looking at Ariel for what?
I will look at Ariel and Gareth and say, "Sure, you don't want to use the arrow slits."
I think we're going to stand a better chance out here. That said,
Second story's gone off a better cover and better angles.
Arrow slits are designed for people to be able to shoot at things without getting shot back at.
I don't care.
make the call.
Fuck. It was a dangerous situation if we burnt through a lot of our healing supplies. We need better cover. We need more survivability than more damage output. So everyone inside.
Right.
Right. Geralt will head straight up to the second floor and
Yep.
pick an arrow spot.
Same.
All right. How many? Everybody roll some initiative again.
Going all the way inside.
If we can get all these corpses on the back layer, please.
The problem, hang on.
So that we're not buried under them whenever we move through them.
Move you guys over here for a second, and then I can do that.
No problem.
Okay. Yeah, I'll move myself. Initiative. Yeah, 5.
All right, now you can position.
There we go. Yeah, so I'll look at Carolina.
Uh,
You and me on either side of the door.
where
Okay.
are? Can you approximate where the arrow slits are?
Yes, the arrow slits are. Sorry, the barracks is a separate map, but
Right.
there are 2. There's one right above the front door. There's one just to the north of that. I will ping them as soon as I look at them. There's one in every cardinal direction, so one north, one south, one east, one west, one east, one west. And then
That's fine.
there is one between the north and east one, and one between the west and south one.
At 45 degrees.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then I think probably there.
And
So
those are on the
here-
second floor.
here,
While we're
I'll
arranging,
actually mark them.
who's a spellcaster?
Ithram.
And I'll give
Yeah, Ithram, Titania, and Geralth are all spellcasters.
yeah. I think I'm gonna give Ithram my healing flask.
There's a turret
Okay.
here. There's a turret here.
Just so we guarantee that
Turret
they all
here.
work.
There's a turret
Understood.
here. There's a turret here. And there's a turret here.
And
Cool.
So it's like there's basically 6 arrow slits
Mhm.
opposite sides of the tower from each other, but at angles.
And those are all on the second floor.
Those are all on the second
right?
floor,
'Cause-
yeah.
Okay, so people are because whether someone's on the second floor or the first floor is going to become important, probably.
So if
Yeah.
you look,
You're
I
off-
hate using that bull crap.
if you look at the purple arrows, those are
Arrow slits,
where
yeah.
the arrow
Yep.
slits are.
Geralf will post up over at the one directly overlooking the door on the first floor.
Since all the arrow slits are marked with purple arrows, we can probably just put a purple dot on people's icons when they're on the second floor.
Yeah,
Fair.
that does.
It's still good to know so we can know because I imagine that there's going to be a lot of moving between arrow slits.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like on your
So-
on your icon, you can select the status icons and just put a purple dot on your
Yeah,
character
so,
token
like,
for when
if
you're on.
someone
the
Oh,
second
goes
floor.
right. No,
down-
I see what
yeah.
you mean. To
Yeah.
indicate that we're on floor 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And is it easy to see between the first and second floor, or is it just
And
like one?
there's
long
there's
staircase?
one staircase between the first and
Got it.
second floor, and it's
Yep.
over here.
Okay, it's all the way in the
Um,
back. Cool.
Valdeth, who would have the 2 healing potions that we found in the stash?
I held on to one, and I gave you one to distribute to who you judge would be best to hold on to.
Geralf will give one to give the healing potion to Carolina.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Did you just hand me back one after I handed mine to someone?
Yeah, but that one's a potion, not a crystal.
Right. You're
Carolina
getting
will
a
look at it. Sure.
I'm staying on the first floor.
drink it when it
then,
hurts.
Right there.
Believe it or not, I know how healing potions work. I'm not actually an imbecile. I just beat things up and get angry.
Right.
Ithrim's staying on the first floor. No, he's on the second floor.
Yeah, no, he was gonna hang up with the people in the range because he can actually fight if need be.
So there's 3 of us on the first floor and 4 of us on the second floor. This looks like a good spread.
Sorry, I'm making a decision that I have to make before I can do a thing.
No
Okay.
worries. Scuzz, you're upstairs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a lot of people upstairs for a force that's going to be on the ground.
Not necessarily. We don't know.
And actually, Scuzz, if you want to sit by the stairs for now, and if they drop onto the roof, you can tell us if they're coming, and otherwise you can redeploy
Alright.
from there if you need to.
At that point, we are in initiative. So, 21. Carolina.
Carolina is gonna stay there and ready an action to smash things with a great sword.
All right. At 20, that tendril arrives. Those of you that are in the second floor looking through the arrow slits can see this black tendril hover over the central courtyard gate and then disgorge a fairly large entity.
Hey.
Oh no.
That looks scary.
A large ogre-like creature made of the same ivory material that you saw the goblins were made of drops on the gate. You can see bits of the wall crumble underneath it as it lands. And it
Kinda
begins
glad I
to
didn't try and fix that now.
and it begins to clamber towards the door.
Yeah, so from the one of the northern arrow slits, you just hear shit.
17, Geralt.
Geralt spins his barrels to one that actually has some engraving on it that just kind of glows blue in the light. Don't fuck this up, don't fuck this up, don't fuck this up. And he is burning his single first level inscribed Maleficence shot on this thing.
All right. What does Maleficence do?
So if it hits, it deals bullet damage plus 2d6 force, and the thing is suffers disadvantage on its next saving throw.
Well, 15 hits.
Oh, good.
Thank God. 7 force damage, 13 piercing.
All right. Well, that's your one spell.
Yep, that's my one spell for the day.
All right. Valdeth.
I'm going to hold my action to swing with Carolina when this ogre tries to get to the door.
All right. It begins moving, crumbling the wall as it pushes off of it and gets up to the door. It can't quite make it through at the moment.
But we both get to swing at it.
But you do both get to swing at it because it is close enough to hit.
Sweet.
Yay.
10 maybe hits. It's giant.
10 misses.
Ah, darn.
Damn it.
Well, it's not that you miss, it's that you hit, but you hit it not quite on edge. Both of you end up doing this. You hit it not quite on edge, and what you were expecting to be that sort of crumbly, soft stone is hard, and you get this really hard ping ricochet feeling out of the metal of your great swords as you both hit it and your arms hurt. And it makes attacks. Well, it makes attack. It's gonna try to hit Valdeth. There's disadvantage because you have cover from it. You have almost full cover from it.
That'd actually be +5 to AC if it's 3/4 cover.
It's trying to hit you around a corner, so I'm just saying it has disadvantage mostly.
Fair enough.
A 9 misses.
9 definitely misses.
As this thing hefts up this large pillar of what looks like marble and smashes it into the wall, all of you can feel the tower shake a little.
Yeah, we're gonna have to push this thing back from the door.
All right, and that's gonna be. It doesn't look like it did any damage to the tower, but it did a lot of it. Like it hurt. Like it made it shake.
It had a lot of boom.
Yeah, Ariel.
Yep. Hold on just a second here.
You can see it from that arrow slit as well.
Okay, I have
spell.
Yep, I'm just gonna shoot because that's what I do.
9 misses.
Wow, our dice hate us.
Well, yeah, it was giving us all the good attack rolls for when it was things that we needed to breathe on them to kill them.
Yeah.
Now that it's something a little harder, they're like, too tired.
Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, she frowns, makes a choice, and is running for the stairs.
All right.
Of 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Ithram.
Okay, so with my interact, I'm just going to pull out one of my iron spikes and drop it onto the ground. And then I'm going to use my action to hold. Yeah, I'm going to actually move over here to the arrow slit where Ariel left, and then hold my action for a firebolt if I see anything pop up outside or pop up on the second floor.
Okay. Scuzz.
I ran all the way back here to be useful, and now I must run back over here.
I mean, you can run down to the first floor if you want to get a better shot. Oh, there's stuff in the way. Never mind.
Or up to the roof. Then you can just aim straight down.
Yeah, I was thinking going up to the roof because it's like a flat.
Yeah.
There's no like roof cover on the
No.
top floor.
It's a flat with pixel turning around the sides.
Yep. Yeah. Scuzz will go up there, and
Alright. So it'll be your move. It'll be your full move speed to get up to the roof.
yep. That's
You want to dash?
I imagine that's my whole turn to do that.
So move up and then start dashing over towards the other side. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is that your whole turn? Titania.
Well, they didn't hit that thing. I might do something stupid. 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna try and hit this giant ogre.
Go ahead.
Here we go. My actual attack correctly this time. 24, I think.
24 hits.
5 slashing. Second hit. Offhand. 17.
17 also hits.
3 slashing.
As you take these 2 sickles and just carve some gouges into the stomach of this thing.
Yeah, and I want to back away from it because
All right.
I don't know.
It's going to use its reaction to get an attack opportunity.
Yep.
And you are not behind a corner.
No.
Great club. Does a 14 hit you?
Yes. We can see its rolls, by the way.
Oh. Yeah, I have to hit the as a toggle thing.
That's okay. I just figured you might want to know.
11 bludgeoning damage.
I'm unconscious.
You start to back away, and this club just swings down and clocks you in the head, and you just hit the ground.
Yep, that's me.
All right, Carolina.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay. Other people have the crystals. So I'm going to move in front because Scudds is on the second floor. And I'm going to take an attack with the greatsword.
All right.
I can't roll.
Again, you're hitting that. You're hitting the belly, and it's just sliding off as you hit it.
It gives that boom boom sound effect.
Yeah, like in Kingdom Hearts when you hit one of the fat mobs.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that thing.
That's exactly what's happening. Boom. All right, Geralt.
You said I can still see it from my arrow slit?
Yes, you can still see it from your arrow slit.
Shooting again.
It's too big to get through the door properly.
Okay. 19.
19 hits.
11 piercing damage.
Hit it in the head. Boom.
And I am once again half empty. Yeah, I don't have any healing stuff, and I'm probably not even aware that Titania went down, so he'll just put his pearl in his ear and go, how's it going, Nana?
You would have heard the sound of something getting cracked with the Great Club. That wasn't
Okay.
the tower.
Oh, okay.
You don't know who got hit, but somebody got hit.
Right.
All right, Valdez.
Keep shooting from up there. We don't need more people going down.
So since Carolina has it occupied right now and it used its reaction to hit Titania, Valdez will take a step back and use an action to feed Titania his healing potion.
Standard healing potion, which is 2d4
1d4
plus
4?
2d4
Or
plus 2.
D4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
10 hit points.
Nice. I have 9 now.
No, you don't go into negatives.
Yeah.
You go straight
No,
from
your
0
Yeah,
to
but
max
my
hit point
max
is
is
9.
9.
Oh, your max is 9? Okay, never mind. Right. Sort of look down at her. Maybe don't get too close. You've got some magic, don't you?
Yeah. Some. Ow.
Ogre's turn.
Thanks.
Oh, look, Carolina's right there.
Yep.
Great Club. Does an 18 hit you?
It does.
For 18 bludgeoning damage.
Cool. I'm down
Oh boy.
Yep.
because I wasn't raging at the moment.
Oh, damn.
Wait, no, I wasn't raging.
Yeah, there was a short rest between the first fight and the second.
And I did not spend that entire rest. Well, I didn't rest, but I didn't attack anything.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm.
So Carolina flattened beneath the great club. Ariel.
Oh shit.
Boom. So, doink, run down, doink. I'm dashing. I'm trying to get
Yeah.
to the front.
So you're no longer on the second floor.
Yes, I am no longer on second floor.
Ithram.
And in the process of that, she's pulled out the Adelian blade.
Okay. Ithram.
All right. So can't see him from this one, can you?
You can see him from that one, yes.
Okay. So he's actually going to take out another one of those iron spikes, toss it about 15 feet onto the pathway, and then cast catapult on it at the ogre.
All right, so it's a dexterity save for the ogre.
Correct.
Who is at disadvantage because I hit him with Maleficence.
Yep. So it's a 3.
So he takes 16 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Very nice.
As it rockets into the side of his body, and it's up to you whether it embeds or if it hits with the flat end.
It actually goes through.
Nice.
It's still standing though. All right.
It's just well ventilated now.
Scuzz. I'll say you can get to the edge of the tower with your move, and you can look down and see it.
Oh man, that's really big.
So I'm going to give Scuzz a red dot for being on the roof.
Cool.
It's red because that's the color you turn if you fall off the roof.
It's true.
If you go up one more, you get a laser sight.
You are still
there's no more. There are no more floors.
Up there, you just encounter the Marvel snipers who are waiting for people to reveal spoilers for the upcoming movie.
Oh, you said Marvel, not marble.
You are still poisoned.
What does this do for me?
So the poison status effect means that you have disadvantage on attack rolls
And
Okay.
ability checks.
and ability checks.
Righty. Then this will be at disadvantage.
But I think you would get sneak attack on this one.
Yeah, because people are melee.
No, wait. Yep.
Yep. There's a 9 hit.
Nope.
Yeah.
Tink, tink, tink.
Oh.
It's because his eyes are like getting blurry, and he's just like, oh come on.
Cross-eyed.
All right.
That is my turn.
Titania.
Well, I'm gonna. Dang it! All right, I'm gonna heal Carolina because she's down. So a cure wounds on her for my last spell here.
All right.
Cast it
8.
twice. The first one was 11.
Oh, I did. Oh,
Yep.
sorry.
11. So
A lot of
Carolina,
people seem to
Right,
cast this stuff
nice.
twice using the D&D Beyond thing.
Yeah. I don't know
Carolina,
why.
you
Yeah,
get
it's very easy to assume it didn't go through and hit it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you get
Anyway.
11 hit points back.
Yeah.
You're up. And then I'm gonna scooch back. Right there.
All right. So that makes it Carolina's turn.
Okay, I need to figure out how to be healed.
On D&D on D&D Beyond, if you click into your
Yep. No, I'm trying to.
Yeah, if you just click on where it has the death saves, it'll open up a thing where you can click healing.
Also,
Yeah,
the-
I did. It's fine. It was that the little thing that was that lets you enter the numbers wasn't letting
Right.
me enter
Yeah.
numbers.
Got
Yeah, you have to hit the.
All right.
I got it. I fixed it.
Got it. It's your turn.
So I have hit points, and I'm gonna rage.
Yeah.
All right.
Solid choice.
I'm still not exactly sure how to add rage damage to my attacks in D&D Beyond, but
Uh,
27.
7 was the first one. which
Because-
misses.
Exactly what I said in Mars. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Geralth.
Let's see. Still have 2 bullets left. So yeah, we will lean out. Geralt wants to check what he can see of the surroundings as after he fires, if that's okay as well.
Sure.
But first he's going to try and shoot this thing. 10?
Misses.
Damn it.
And as you look around on the outside from what you can see more tendrils preparing to flow.
Pearl in the ear then. Think we got more incoming, everybody.
Good, that's exactly what we needed.
This ain't going well.
We gotta hold up for 4 days of this. This is gonna be great.
Valdeth.
Step forward and swing at this thing. 24
hits.
I'm gonna re-roll the 2 that was on that using my great weapon fighting style.
Okay.
So 3 more damage on that. So that's gonna be 14 damage.
Cool. You kill it because it only had 4 hit points left.
Hey, nice.
You rip through this ogre with your great sword and just carve a hole through it, and it sort of collapses, dissolving into dust, much like the other the goblins had. And at roughly this time, you all hear a coming from the center of the tower as Zaki twists, turns, and smashes something with the back of his hand, and an explosion of golden light erupts from the center of the tower, carving a path out.
Thank heaven, stone.
The Wi-Fi's connected.
From your perspective, Geralt, a shimmering golden border erupts from the bastion and spreads out in either direction, and you can see the bastion far to the east. Similarly, a burst of light and if anybody's looking out the other side, similarly happens on the third bastion as the light wall comes back online.
I mean, it's on the roof.
Yes, guys, you can see it on the other side as the light wall completely comes back online. And as it comes back online, those of you that are looking outside, you can see those tendrils that were swarming try to approach, but disintegrate as they hit the light.
Thank God.
Pushes the pearl back in. Or maybe we've got a bit of reprieve.
From the ground, those of you that are on the first floor, you hear Zaki just talking. That will keep the rapid expansion of troops from coming here, but it won't stop any troops that are created or spawned on the other side of the wall from walking through it. So we'll be able to see them coming at least.
So Valdez puts the earpiece in. All right, so no more surprises. We'll be able to see them coming now, but they're still going to try and take this place on foot, so we're still going to have to keep an eye out.
But with the ogre defeated and your first reprieve here, thanks to the hard work of the four-armed Vidalcan Zaki, that is where we're going to end for this week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.